Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am revisiting something that I have not revisited in about, what's it, like 7 months now? And that's reacting to one of FBo's videos. So yeah, I really don't react to the smaller videos like these, but what I do react to are the big movie things that he does that combines all of them together. You'll see one of my most popular videos is me reacting to the first part of Parkour Civilization. It was a pretty fun time, I must say, and I hope that he's just as consistent with PvP Civilization, the movie, which I will be watching right after this intro. But yeah, if you enjoyed, consider liking and subscribing. I'm on the road to 500 subs by the end of the year, and it would mean a lot to me if you could subscribe. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
Let's go. Time to swing your sword.
Time for my daily PvP check. Let's just get this over with.
I like the little
You know how
thud
it
at the
goes.
beginning.
You owe me one PvP attack.
Here in PvP Civilization, your entire life is measured by the amount of hits you have left with your sword. If your sword breaks, well, it's game over.
I'm kind of confused though. That does make sense, but I'm confused why he has only half a heart and half a hunger bar.
Don't think I forgot.
I wonder
You
if there's
weren't in the
a
room
way he can
yesterday.
get
You still owe
food
me
in this
one more PvP
civilization,
attack.
or do you have to
Bro,
like
come
kill
on, are you
somebody with their
serious? I
sword
can't afford
first?
that. I only have 3 attacks left with my sword. If I give you one, I won't even be able to close my door tonight.
Not my problem. You should have upgraded to a stone sword when you had the chance.
The
Dang.
PvP guard was right. I had a chance for a longer life, and I wasted it.
Should have
All right,
ranked up,
you're
buddy.
good. I would say see you tomorrow, but I doubt you'll be around. Good luck.
Like I
So,
said,
it's the same
amount
kind of
PvP
ranks,
attacks you have is
like
your life.
in the last
and that
one.
also means
Okay.
I only have 2 swings left of my sword
Well, I like the
before
music.
my life in PvP Civilization is over. But
Is this music copyrighted? Please do not have this music be copyrighted, because I would be so annoyed if that happened. I'm not even gonna lie. In fact, I'm gonna turn on subtitles, because why not?
that's how PvP Civilization works. If you upgrade your sword, you can live a longer life. Rumor has it that people with stone swords live twice as long as the wooden swords. I can't even begin to imagine if my life was over 100 attacks long. But unfortunately, that will always be a dream, because I'll never be able to get a stone sword.
So, I just realized something. Are the layers for, like, where they all are, is it going down? Because this is wood, so I believe that probably stands for, like, the wooden sword. This one's probably stone, and I don't know what the other ones are. Like, I assume maybe, like, gold, diamond, and, like, netherite at the bottom. Kind of like, instead of boots, like the last one, this one is swords? Okay.
There was a time when I actually thought I could get a stone sword. That's pretty much what everyone thinks when they're at the wood sword level.
Like, how do you rank up, though? I'm very curious.
It's called the Red Gate. This gate is what's stopping me and all the other wooden swords from getting a better life.
If only they had a
Truth be told,
pickaxe.
I haven't seen anyone get past the Red Gate. It's every wooden sword's goal to get past the Red Gate.
Why did he just turn into a Steve?
Because
I don't think it
how you
rendered
get your
it.
stone sword. Opening the door is expensive. It costs 3 PvP attacks alone just to get through the gate. And
Oh,
that's
you
the
got
easy
that?
part about upgrading your sword. The hard part is the PvP battles. In
What?
order to
What's
actually
PvP
get
battle?
through the gate, a wooden sword needs to win 3 PvP battles. And that's why getting
Oh.
a stone sword is nearly impossible. Because people barely fight in PvP Civilization. At least not at the wood sword level.
Yeah, that would
Making a
make
fight
sense.
is too risky. The more you
Yeah.
use your sword, the shorter your life gets. And that's not including the fact that you could die from the battle itself. It's only when people are desperate, that's when they fight each other. Because that's the only way to increase your lifespan in PvP Civilization.
Oh, does it
Defeating a
combine
player
the
in battle
durability?
causes them to drop their sword, and the winner gets the amount of hits they had left in their life.
Oh,
Other
okay,
than
okay.
upgrading
I'm
to a
understanding
stone
this.
sword,
I'm
that's
understanding
the only
this.
way to make sure you live a longer life in PvP Civilization. Unfortunately for me, neither one of those is an option now. All I can do now is save my 2 sword swings and wait for a miracle.
Hey, kid,
Oh.
I'm selecting you to battle in the 1v1 arena tomorrow. Be
Oh,
ready
the
to fight.
guards
Whoa,
can
whoa, whoa,
force you to
what? You're
battle?
selecting me for the 1v1? I can't do a 1v1. I have 2 hits left with my sword. I can't
So,
win a
like,
fight in 2 hits.
Well, that's why.
So, like, when they battle, do they have to, like, go to this, like, arena to battle? Or can you just, like, jump somebody, like, down there on the grass? Like, if somebody's just, like, looking someplace, and they're like, man, if only it'd be nice to rank down to get a stone sword. Could I just, like, go up from behind them and just start slashing them and slashing them with my sword until I beat them? Or would that be, like, against the rules, assuming there's rules?
Why I'm picking you.
I
kid.
really hope he
You should be
answers some of
thanking me
these.
for ending your suffering.
Ah, this
Dang.
is just great. Well, I can no longer wait.
This
for a
guard is
miracle.
savage,
This
I'm not
is
even
my
gonna lie.
last day of PvP Civilization.
You might be
Even if I had
cooked.
enough durability with my sword to win a battle,
Oh.
I've never won a battle before. In
Dang.
fact, I've never even fought anyone in PvP Civilization. So I think it's safe to say that tomorrow my life is over.
Yeah, I think you're
Everyone in
cooked,
PvP
buddy.
Civilization always keeps their door shut. The reason for that is that people could catch you off guard during the middle of the night.
Okay,
I
so you
have
can
is that
jump
it costs
people.
one attack to open
Okay.
and close your door. And given that I have 2 attacks left, I cannot close my door or else I'll die. So I think it's safe to say I will have a hard time sleeping tonight. I actually can't even use my bed at all. You have to pay to use your bed in PvP Civilization.
Wow.
Which I cannot afford to. This is how my life
That's a
is
new
gonna
low,
end.
not being
I
able to
couldn't even
pay
manage
to use
get myself
to
a stone
go to bed.
sword. And now I'll never be able to figure out what life is like beyond that wall.
Honestly, it's
To
probably
my
worse,
surprise,
like
I
the
woke up
higher
the
you
next
rank
day
up.
still alive. I thought for sure someone would come into my room in the middle of the night and eliminate me, but I was wrong. Unfortunately, my fate remains the same. The PvP guard was waiting for me to escort me to the 1v1 arena. There was no point in stalling. This was the end.
Wow.
I find it funny how the guard is wearing
Alright,
sunglasses.
follow me.
I followed the PvP guard as he led me to the 1v1 sector. I took one
Oh,
last
so there's
look
a
at
whole
the red
sector
gate,
for it,
knowing I'll
okay.
never figure out
What's behind
that
those, like,
wall.
mud
That is,
brick doors
unless
over
I
there?
somehow win this 1v1. To be honest, I don't think anyone in history has won a 1v1 with 2 hits of a sword.
I don't think it's physically possible to kill a player in Minecraft, even if they have nothing, with only 2 attacks for sword. Like, with a wooden sword. I think if you were to even crit both of them, they would have to be, like, at least, like, 4 hearts. Like, at most 4 hearts, or else they would survive. So, F-Bow,
Even if
you
that
might
was
be
possible,
cooked, buddy.
I haven't even hit anyone with a sword before, so I don't think that's
Dude,
gonna
what are
be
you
me.
using your
This
attacks
was my
on?
first time in the 1v1 sector. All I know about this place is that 2 people go in and 1 person comes out.
Just wanted to let you know that I picked an opponent with full health for you. I didn't
Oh,
want to make you
dang.
think you had a chance.
Oh, okay. I guess that's very
This
generous
guard
of
is
you.
such an
Thanks
a-hole.
for
That is
letting me know.
actually
The whole
crazy.
point of mandatory 1v1s is to get rid of the players in PvP Civilization that don't fight. I guess it's a way to separate the strong and the weak.
Oh, dang, they hate
Well, I am
pacifists.
definitely a part of the weak.
So is
I
that how
made
he
it to the
lost so
top
many of his
the
hearts?
1v1 arena, and the door closed
Which is just like
behind
from
me.
fall
There was
damage.
no escape from this place. The only way I could leave is by winning the 1v1. Whoever made this place made sure that a jump from this height couldn't be survived. But as I was looking,
I think
over
you could
the
actually
edge, I
survive
heard a
that with
door
full
close
health.
behind me, and I turned around to see my opponent staring face to face with me.
Does bro have an
This is
eye
gonna be quick.
patch?
Hey man, so look, the guard told me you're at full health. I'm also at full health, so I know this is gonna be
Yeah,
a tough battle
sure,
for both
buddy.
of us. And you know, with me being super experienced at PvP, if you want to surrender, I'm okay with it. Whoa! Okay, wait, just wait. Look,
I like
have a
the
wife
I like the
and
thuds.
I have a kid back home. Okay. I have
That's
2
news
kids,
to me.
2 kids back home.
Stop this right now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have a wife or I don't have kids. I'm just panicking.
Tell me, why is it you think we are here? Am I correct in assuming you also have no memory of before PvP Civilization?
Did bro lose his eye in a PvP
That's
attack?
true. I don't know how
Or
we
did bro
got
just
here, but
spawn in with
does
an
it
eye
really matter?
patch?
I mean, this is the life that was given to us. Why are you asking me that?
Because none of this makes any sense. Fighting with no purpose, being told that our swords are our entire lives.
But our
Contemplating your
swords
life
are
in
our
episode
entire
1 is
lives.
actually
If they
crazy.
break, our lives are over.
This is some
No,
real deep
I
stuff
don't
for a
think that's ever
Minecraft.
been true.
In that
No!
moment, my opponent violated the one rule of PvP Civilization
R.I.P..
and dropped his sword.
We
R.I.P.
don't
buddy.
have to fight. We can live without PvP.
But just as those words were
Yeah,
spoken, my
mhm.
opponent served as an example
Yeah.
of why you never drop
You
your
got
sword
lucky
in
there.
PvP Civilization.
Let's hope he had like full
Okay,
durability.
what just happened? I walked over to the floating sword sitting on the ground, and after standing by it for a couple of
Oh, yo,
seconds,
bro had,
the
like, all
sword
his
merged
PvP.
into my own, and the doors to the 1v1
Bro barely
arena
used
opened
any of
again.
his attacks.
I won the 1v1, but that's when I looked down at my sword and saw that my life was now 39 attacks long. That guy had almost a full durability wooden sword? Why would he just drop
Dang.
this? I mean, with 39 attacks, I could do anything.
Is this guy gonna
Maybe
come back
my
later like
dream
the old
wasn't
man
gone
from the
after all.
last
Maybe I actually
thing he
could
did?
become a stone sword. Despite winning the 1v1, I wasn't safe yet.
The
I
guard's
was
gonna be
still
like,
at
"How
half
did
a
you
heart.
survive
PvP
this?"
Civilization is a dangerous place. I was gonna need to fix this problem soon.
Wait, how are you still alive? It was physically impossible for you to win.
Yeah, well, I used my 2 hits pretty wisely, I guess, but honestly, thank you for sending me in there. My life is so much longer. You kind of saved my life.
Well, that's just fantastic. I had a bet worth 5 PvP attacks with one of the other guards that you would lose, so...
So do guards also have to do these kinds of attacks? Like, are guards, like, the highest rank in PvP Civilization? Because they're a different weapon from the swords? Or do they, like, serve, like, the netherite swords or diamond swords or somebody like that? Because they also seem to rely on PvP attacks, which is why they ask you to hit them.
Sorry, man. Wait,
like you did at the beginning.
Other PvP guards that I die? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, for real.
Be grateful you're alive, kid. Like you said, I practically saved your life, remember?
This guy is preying on his downfall. That is
much worse than
yikes.
I thought it was.
Alright, well, I guess enjoy your longer life for now.
Bro, get some food.
Tomorrow.
The guard brought me back to my home, a place just a few
Bro
moments
loses
ago
half a
I thought
hunger
I
bar,
would
then
never
he's
see
cooked.
again. I left this place with 2 PvP attacks. That's all I had. I mean, I didn't even have enough attacks to close my own door. And now, well, I can afford to close my door a lot of times, which is good.
Let's go. That's improvement right there.
Civilization wants to fight me. Let's just say I'm not gonna last a long time with half a heart. For now, keeping my door shut.
This is like a prison with the bars on the door.
Sounds terrific. I don't even know what I should do now. I mean,
what is this? Like, everything else here makes sense. Like, all this, I assume he has to hit this to use his bed. And then the armor standing there to open his door. But, like, what is this? A dispenser on top of a lectern? What?
A few minutes ago, I had quite literally a 0%.
Is this his friend? Like his make-believe friend?
Practically rich in PvP Civilization.
Oh, it's a video
Alright,
journal.
Time to log all of this in my video journal machine. Hi everyone. This is day something of being in PvP
He's
Civilization,
vlogging.
and let's just say my life has had some crazy changes. To start, I got my first win in PvP
Hey, GG, that's
Civilization.
improvement right
I
there.
never thought I would see a number that wasn't a 0 next to my name. Granted, it wasn't actually a win. My opponent dropped his sword and said some ominous things before sacrificing himself. But
he kind of
a
committed.
win's a win if you ask me. I don't make the rules of PvP. So now I have 39 hits with my sword, which is insane, and I can't help thinking that maybe this could be my chance to finally rank up to a stone sword.
Hey, you're the
to
main
find
character,
out
bro.
what
You
life
got
is like
this.
behind that wall. All right, I'm probably gonna sign off there. Oftentimes, I wonder if talking to this machine is even worth it, but no one has friends in PvP Civilization, so it's all I got.
Are you
Now,
sure no
I
one
gotta
has
focus
friends,
on
or
the
is this
important
just
thing,
you?
and that's staying alive. If I actually have a chance at getting a stone sword, I'm not going to be able to do it at half a heart, which means I can't hide behind my door anymore. I have to go get food if I want to live. Oh no, that's not good. Right when I opened my door, I
Oh, you
noticed
got
that
a
the
roommate?
person living across from me had their door open. Whoever lives
Oh, you
there
might be
wasn't
cooked.
hiding in their room anymore. This could only mean one of 2 things. 1, they were going to the PvP marketplace, or 2, they're looking for a fight. Honestly, they could be doing a bit of both. A lot of fights take place in the PvP marketplace, which is why getting
brawls.
food is one of the most dangerous things to do in PvP Civilization. But at this point, I'm left with no options. I need food. I might have extended my lifespan
Honestly, I'm
by getting
surprised
more
you're not
sword
dead yet.
durability, but that doesn't mean I can't die by starvation. I made my way over to where the PvP marketplace gate was. Given that I didn't see anyone on the way over here, it's very likely that someone is inside the PvP marketplace right now.
Well, let's hope they're
I'm getting
nice.
myself into a trap,
Maybe you'll
but
get, like, a
that's risk
teammate.
I'm gonna have to take. I paid 1
That'd
attack
actually
to
be
open the gate,
a cool
and I was
thing.
now in the
It would actually be pretty cool if FBO had like a sidekick or someone else helping him through this. Because then the last one was kind of just him doing basically everything. So it'd be like a nice change of pace to have like 2 main characters, sort of.
the PvP marketplace.
I wanna
This
see
is
the
where
budget
every player
increase.
in PvP Civilization buys anything they want.
This is like
or
parkour
anything they need.
civilization right here.
Players only usually come here when they're desperate, which is why so many fights take place here. The dangerous part about the PvP marketplace is that there are a lot of places to hide. Someone could be hiding around a corner for hours, waiting to strike at any moment. And if you aren't careful, your life in PvP Civilization could be over in an instant, which is why I'm taking the parkour route instead
I wonder
of
what the
ladders.
mortality
I
rate
have
of
one goal,
parkour
and that's to
civilization
get food
is.
and get out without being spotted. I took a big risk going up the parkour way, and
5
it
casualties a
is
day.
impossible.
Oh yeah,
I
he's
can't make this
cooked.
jump without sprint. Maybe if I was a parkour god, I might be able to. But
Callback.
I'm not.
Callback.
Time to
I
find a
understood
new
that.
way. Right
Callback.
as I went down to find a new way, I saw another player.
Oh, now
The
you better start
suspicions were
running.
confirmed, and I was not alone in the PvP.
If she sees you, you're
marketplace.
cooked.
The only advantage I have is that I saw them before they saw me. So I still might be able to make this work. If that player is still up there, I should be able to take the ladder on the backside of the marketplace without being noticed. The best part about going up this way is that it gets me extremely close to buying the raw chicken or raw pork chop.
Why
I got
didn't
to
Bro
the
just
top
do
of
this
the
from the
ladder
beginning?
expecting an ambush, but I was still in the clear. The good news is that I still had eyes on the player, and I was right in front of the shops where I could get food. If I played this right, I could get the food and get out without
You might be
being
able to hit
spotted.
her off.
I quietly climbed up the ladder and took cover behind one of the shops before I was
She can
seen.
see your name
Okay,
tag, buddy.
Step 1 done. Now I just need to buy some food. I could either get raw chicken that costs 1 attack, or I could go behind me and get the raw pork chop that costs 2 attacks.
That's
Wait,
worth it.
bro, what?
That's
The
more
pork
worth
chop's
it.
kind of a scam. I'm just gonna buy a lot of chicken. I swung
No,
at
because the
armor stand
chicken,
1
the
time,
chicken
and I
gives
got
you
1 piece of
malnutrition or
chicken.
whatever it's
Okay,
called,
that's
like
1.
hunger.
Let's see if she sees me. No, okay.
Oh,
she
you're
sees
cooked.
me.
You're cooked,
I
buddy.
am so dead. What do I do? What do I do? I have nowhere to go. I'm so done for.
Just so you know, I spotted you right as you walked in.
They have
That
voice
makes me feel any
actors.
better.
Well, don't get any closer, okay? I've won a lot of PvP battles in my life, so I wouldn't try anything.
Relax. I already have 3 wins, and I'm getting my stone sword tomorrow. I don't need to fight you.
Wait, what? She
Bro
didn't
lucked
try
out.
attacking me. Let's go. I'm still alive. That was now the second time where I thought for sure my journey in PvP Civilization would be over.
The
But
plot
it's
armor
far
goes
from
crazy,
over.
I'm not
I got
gonna lie.
5 pieces of chicken now, and I still have 31 hits left with my sword. And that's all because that woman decided not
5
to
chicken isn't
attack.
enough to
In
do
all my
anything
time
except
in
for
PvP
sprints.
Civilization, I've never met someone who didn't try to attack me. Actually, I take that back. There was the guy from the 1v1 arena that
Yeah,
didn't
we've only
wanna
seen
fight.
2
That
people,
was
and neither
also
of
the
them have
guy
wanted
that
to
said
attack
we
you
could
yet.
live without PvP. But this woman is different. I think the other guy was crazy. I mean, why did he drop his sword? I mean, even though no one here seems to know a thing about where we are and why we're here, everyone understands that PvP is your life. I remember my first day here, and that's when I realized you had to PvP to survive. My first day, I woke up inside of a room, much smaller than the one I have now.
Imagine waking up in a place that you've never seen, you don't know how you got here, and the first thing you see when you enter your room is your head on a wall.
But we'll get
That's
to that later. I had
also,
no
how did he
memory
expand?
of anything before.
How did he
All I
expand
knew
his
was my
room?
name, and all
Did
I
he get a
had on
different
me
room?
was this wooden sword. But little did I know was that this sword determined my entire life in this civilization.
Oh, he was
I
also on a
walked
lower
over to the
level.
wall to see a sign next to the picture of my face. It said that the number of
Picture.
wins I had was 0. And honestly, that number did not change for a while. I mean, it literally changed today. After being stuck behind my door for a while, it didn't take long to figure out that PvP meant everything in this place. PvP was used to open doors, to close doors, and to keep you alive. Obviously, I did
Okay.
not know that back then, so I wasted a lot of
Oh my
swings
goodness.
just opening and closing my door.
Yeah, you're
So
smart,
after I
you're
was
smart.
done probably making my life a few days shorter, I decided to explore the place that I found myself in. And let's just say, I really wish someone would have told me that my sword durability was my lifespan before finding out about the PvP marketplace.
Are we gonna
This
figure out how he
place-
lost all
well,
his hearts?
This place single-handedly made my life very, very short. I walked around the PvP marketplace and I stumbled upon the realization that PvP was not only used to close and open doors. You could use PvP to buy items. PvP was like a currency in here. So, with that being
Okay.
said, I bought a furnace for 2 attacks. Yep.
What?
without
Why?
having any
You
food.
don't even have
I
coal.
also bought
Yeah,
a
or
chest
food.
for 2 attacks.
Why?
Without having any items to put
You
in
don't
it.
carry
One might think
anything.
I would have bought raw chicken or raw pork chop when I saw it, given that I was buying everything I could see. But no, for some reason, I decided not to get any food, and instead, I bought a journal machine for 3 attacks.
Oh my
Obviously,
goodness.
looking back, it was not a very smart decision, and I honestly don't even know why they sell these things. I bought 1 piece
This
of
guy's
coal
not the
because why
brightest.
not, and
Yeah,
that's
you
when
need
I
it for your
saw the
furnace, little
large
bro.
house.
Oh
And
no.
I think anyone can assume what I did when I was faced with such a large purchase. So, yep, it is pretty safe to say that the PvP marketplace kind of ruined
Never
my
trust
life.
this guy
But
with
it's
your
okay
money.
now, 'cause we're back on track, and this time I actually
Evbo's the kind of friend that you loan him $20 and he's like, okay, I just need $20 to go buy myself like some food real quick. He comes back with like 7 bookmarks and a bunch of just like random small crap, and you're like, bro, well, why did you get this? You're supposed to go to like Walmart and buy yourself something to eat. I was like, oh, well, I got distracted on the way there, and I just kind of picked up everything I could buy, you know? Yeah, I would not trust Eppo with my
Learned to
funds,
spend my
personally.
swings on food and not physical items that serve no purpose at all. I made my way back up to my house, and I realized that the woman from the PvP marketplace made it back to her room as well. She said
Well, I
that
don't know why she
tomorrow
wouldn't.
She's getting her stone sword, which means if she's gonna rank up, she already has 3 victories. I started cooking my food, and I loaded up the video journal machine to talk to, well, myself. Alright, so crazy update
Bro, get
on
some
PvP
friends, for real.
Civilization. I met this girl in the PvP marketplace, and I think she might like me. I mean, she
Oh
made
my
eye contact with me
goodness.
for like at least 2 seconds. But anyways, I figured out
Eppo
that
is
she
so
has
down
3
bad for
wins
the
in
random
PvP
people.
Civilization, which means she knows
She's technically
how to
murdered
fight.
3
So,
people.
that being said, I have a plan, and it might help me get a stone sword. So, after I eat all this cooked chicken and get some more health so I won't die in one hit, I am gonna try to talk to her and see if she can help me rank up.
This is what we
So,
call
if anyone's watching
improvements.
these video journals, which I'm guessing no one will, wish me luck.
Hey, I'm your one
Well,
viewer,
if
bro.
this works, I might be able to figure out how to get 3 wins. Hello? This is the guy from the PvP marketplace. We met a few minutes ago. Pretty good looking.
Yes? What
Pretty
do you
good
want?
looking.
She didn't say I wasn't good looking. Okay, stop. I gotta
Oh
focus.
my goodness.
Look, I was just thinking maybe you could try teaching me how to rank up
Romance
to
in
become
a
stone sword.
Minecraft
Why
video.
should I
I did
help you
not
with that?
expect that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just figured that since you were one of the only people to not attack me in this place, maybe you were different from the others. Maybe you could actually help me.
I have a
Listen,
feeling this is
kid,
probably
don't you
Eppo's
know by now you're
girlfriend
not
in real
supposed to
life.
trust anyone in PvP
I have a feeling.
Civilization, and that includes me.
Look, I know we're not supposed to trust anyone in PvP Civilization, but honestly, it's a risk that I'm willing to take. As a wooden sword, we can only live for 59 days, and getting a better sword is the only way to live a longer life. I just want to be able to experience that one day. At that moment, I heard the swing of a sword, and I turned around to see that the woman's door was open.
Fine. I'll teach you how to
She
win
also
battles. Let's just
bought a
make this
large
quick.
house.
Thank you, let's go! Wait, does this count as a first date?
Please never say that again.
Sorry, I couldn't believe this was happening. I was getting PvP advice from someone who has defeated 3 players.
Bro,
in
I would
PvP
jump her, I'm not gonna lie.
Civilization.
That's a second
where
win
should
right
armor
there.
Stand for your bed. Why do I have to pay to sleep? All right, whatever. I'm ready for my PvP lesson. So is
She's
this
just
gonna
so
make me a
good, she doesn't
PvP
need to
master?
pay to sleep.
Tell me,
She doesn't
what
sleep.
do you know about PvP Civilization?
Well, we have to PvP to survive, can't run out of sword swings, and no one knows how we got here. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So let me make this clear. The only thing I care about is staying alive long enough to figure out what this place is. So that means
That's
if you try
fair.
something, I won't hesitate to take you out.
Oh,
Completely
well,
valid.
thanks,
That's why we
I
jump her
guess.
first.
All right. By the looks of you, I'm guessing you've never damaged another player before. So try
Dang.
swinging at me.
Wait, what? I'm not gonna swing my
Aye.
sword at you. I only have 30 attacks left. I don't want to waste one. Plus, you know, obviously you could die.
You have all the attacks you need to rank up. Plus, you couldn't defeat me if you tried. Now swing.
Alright, you got this.
okay,
I
if you
believe
say
in you.
so.
Okay, that was
Not
fine.
bad, not
Now
bad.
let me teach you a critical hit. Try jumping, and on the way down, swing your sword. It will do
Alright.
much more damage.
It sounds
You're
pretty
telling me
easy.
You can jump and swing your sword at the same time?
I can't even believe you just said that. Yes, you can jump and swing your sword at the same time. Now, let's go. Try a critical hit.
Okay.
You got this,
so
Eppo.
I just
Louis,
jump and
uh-huh.
swing at the
Should
same
be pretty
time.
easy.
Let's go. All right, I think I got it.
I didn't say jump in place. Try it against me.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Right, of course.
You
I don't know
got
why I did
this.
that. I tried jumping and swinging my sword, and just like she said, I landed
Hey.
a critical hit.
There. Now you know.
See,
something.
she's
Pretty
already
much no
low.
one with a wooden sword knows how to do one. So winning battles should be
Wait, then
easy.
how do you know how to
Now,
do one?
I need to get ready. I'm leaving tomorrow and ranking up. So that
Does she
means
have
get out of
lore?
my house, or else I might change my mind about fighting you.
Oh,
Dang.
Yeah, of course. Well, thank you, and good luck. This was crazy. I learned how to critical hit. With this skill, I actually can win PvP battles now. I could actually get a stone sword. For the first time in my life, I felt like I had a future in PvP Civilization.
Well, that's always good to
I
believe in
woke up
yourself.
The next day, excited for the day ahead. I had plenty of sword swings and didn't have to worry about the daily PvP check. As long as I used my PvP attacks wisely, I could get past the daily PvP.
What if you just
check
kill the
and
guard?
keep my door closed for a good.
They don't really have a weapon.
And
All they have is a
let's just
shield.
say I had enough swings to pay for some extra information, if you will. And
It seems like that guards like it when you attack them. So does that mean that they can't be killed? Or like, are they trying to break their armor? Is like breaking their armor the way for like them to rank up? Or do all of them just have this like leather look?
By that, I mean bribing a PvP guard with an
Oh,
extra
bribery,
PvP
okay.
attack.
Oh, okay. So you want a little inside information now. I might be able to help with that. Just make it quick.
Okay, so here's the deal. You PvP guards know a lot, right? And there's this woman who's about to rank up to become a stone sword, and I was wondering if you could give me her phone number.
Oh my, I knew he was going to say that. I knew it.
So what good would a phone number do?
Shoot,
I knew
I
he was
guess
going to ask
doesn't really
that.
make sense when you say it out loud.
He is
I
so
don't know, I
down
just thought
bad,
that
it's
was kind of a thing
crazy.
that people say, you know?
But what I
Love
can
at first
tell you is
sight.
that I think one of the players is going to try to sneak attack her when she tries ranking up to a stone
Ooh,
sword.
bet, double
Not
team
sure
him,
if
double
that
team him,
information is of
double
any
team him.
value to you, but that's all I got.
Okay, that is
The
actually
perfect
some
plan
crazy
is
news.
let the guy
So,
jump
do I
her,
warn her
and
about
then
this
when
now,
she's
or
low,
should I
kill the
wait,
guy
wait,
to
I
get
have
his
an idea.
attack to
If that
win,
player
and then
is
kill
actually
her
going to
so you
try
can
to
win.
ambush
That's
her
3
when she tries
wins.
ranking up, I could pull a sneak attack of my own and
Yes.
possibly get my second win. Okay. the
And
plan is
third if you
simple, but
attack
I'm
her
still
after.
Very, very scared. All I have to do
If you're
is
smart,
close
you'll
my
do it.
door and wait till I hear people coming down the ladder. Well, I really hope this works. I waited for about an hour until I heard the sounds of someone going down the ladder. The attack was happening now, and it was time to launch my plan. If I fail, the only friend I've made in PvP Civilization might be gone. So I
define
can't do
friend.
that.
She's
I saw
literally
the player
threatened
at
you
the
like
bottom
3
of the ladder,
times.
and both players were running towards the red gate. At this rate, the woman wouldn't make it through in time. I had to get down there now. I didn't have time to think about the fact that this was the first PvP battle I've ever engaged in. I snuck up behind the player, and I
Oh my
swung
goodness,
sword.
GG's.
What the? How did you just do that? That did so much damage. Let's just say it's called a serious hit. Wait, serious hit? No, that doesn't
A
sound
serious
right. What
hit.
was it called again? Serious hit and
Critical
hit.
hit.
A
Critical hit.
hit.
Yep.
Ah, critical hit. I knew I messed it up. I don't care. I got my second win in PvP Civilization. And I can live for a little longer now. I just realized that I only need one more win and I could be going through this gate one day too. The
Yo,
woman
this is
swung
pretty
her sword
fast
for the third
paced.
time and went through the gate. Wait. I just wanted to say thank you.
Don't
I
mention
thought he
it.
was about to ask
Maybe
for
you
his
do
for
have
her
what it
phone
takes to
number.
get here one day.
And in that moment, the gate closed, and that woman now knows what it's like on the other side of the red wall. She actually did it. I've never seen someone in PvP Civilization go from a wooden sword to a stone. Maybe, just maybe, I can be the second one to do it. I have enough hits left.
Well, you're
with
the
my
main
sword to do
character,
it.
so I
just
assume
need
you'll be
one
able to
more
do
win.
it.
Alright, back again with my video journal update. The latest is that my girlfriend left me. I mean, she
Your
didn't leave me.
girlfriend?
I don't know if we were actually dating in the first place, but she got her stone
You knew
sword,
her for
and
like
now I
3
have
minutes,
2
man?
wins, and I
Jeez.
could actually get a stone sword of my own. And to do that, I just need one more PvP win. So, my plan this time is to wait again by the door until someone comes down the ladder. Eventually, someone will have to go to the PvP marketplace, and when they do, I'll be waiting for them. Not in like a creepy way. I mean, not in a nice way either, because I am trying to PvP battle them, but I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyways,
Yeah.
This PvP battle could be the end of my journey, or it could be a ticket to a long and luxurious life.
Well, let's hope
After
it's the
signing off
second
video
one.
journal that no one will ever see, I saw the player I was going to battle at the bottom of the ladder. Just as I suspected, the player was heading towards the PvP marketplace, which could be really good for me because like I said before, players only buy things in PvP Civilization when they're desperate. So there's a good chance that this player is low on hunger, low on health, or both. Honestly, this could be
Or
the
maybe
easiest
he's just
fight I've
going
ever
there
had
to do
deal
the same
with.
thing
I
you're
ran around
doing,
the
aka
bottom
jump
before going
people.
up. I wanted to try to spot the player before I made any moves. Realistically, the player is probably buying food, so the parkour route is probably the best way to go. And this time, I actually have the sprint to get up this way. I ran around the corner and I saw where the player was at. If I jumped across to his side, I would start the fight. And that's what I was planning on doing. I jumped
Just hit him
across,
off.
but
If
that's
you could
when
hit
I
him off,
realized I heard
that'll be great,
footsteps,
yeah.
And the player was right around
He
the
sees
corner.
you.
The player started coming towards me, but I swung my sword and
Oh.
got in a hit. I was in a bad spot. If
you got
hit
one more,
off
he would've
now,
knocked
I would
him off.
probably die from fall damage. I rushed forward to resume the fight, but the player had backed up to another platform. I must have done enough damage in that previous attack to make him retreat. Now I just gotta play it safe. One hit could determine my
Don't
future
jump.
in PvP Civilization.
He will
Both
get
of
you if
us
you
were
jump.
at a stalemate. Neither one of us wanted to jump across the platform and hit each other. The player started going down the ladder and I took my chance.
Oh?
I got one successful hit in without taking any damage.
Follow him,
The
follow
player
him.
was now on the run. I thought the player was gonna try running back to his room, but instead he went up another ladder. I got to the top thinking I was safe, but the player was waiting there for me and I got hit once. Come on, I have to win this battle. Nope, I missed
Bro,
my hit. I missed my hit.
that was
Oh,
the
no, this
biggest
isn't good.
sell I've
I waited
ever
around
seen
the
in my
corner
entire
and I
life.
landed 2 more hits on the player. I don't know how he was doing it, but the player was still alive. But after I heard the sound of fall damage, I knew he must be extremely low.
Or
One
dead.
more hit could decide this battle. All I have to do now is not get hit off the platforms. It's time to end this battle. That was until the player pulled out cooked chicken. Of course, the
Dang.
player's been healing this entire time. I'm so done for. I knew I made a mistake. From the beginning, I thought this player would be weak, but he had cooked food on him the entire time.
Yeah, he was
Now
waiting to
I
jump
am in big
people.
trouble. I needed to find somewhere to go fast. The player was closing in on me, and I knew I had to do something risky. I jumped off the platform, managing to catch myself on the ladder without taking any fall damage. But that
I feel there's
wasn't
gonna be a
stopping
lot
the
of
player, and they were
callbacks to
right on my
Parkour
tail.
Civilization
I was running out of options,
in this
and I couldn't
series.
help but take more fall damage.
Oh my
In a
goodness, you're
few
selling,
moments,
bro.
I would be cornered,
You are
and there would be
selling.
nowhere left for me to jump. But that's when I realized something. I was in the PvP marketplace, and I still had a good amount of swings left with my sword. I climbed to the top of the platform, and I saw that the shop I was in sold health potions for a cost of 3 attacks.
Well,
I
that's
had
pretty good.
24 hits left with my sword. I could afford to do it. I
Worth
swung
it.
3 times at the armor stand, and I gained 2 hearts of mine back. But that wasn't enough. I needed more to win this fight. I ended up buying 3 health potions, and I got back up to full health. Now I could stand a chance in this battle. I tried swinging at my opponent from above, but he
Oh,
had the
dang.
advantage, and I couldn't hit him from here. The player must be low. I just need to find a way to connect one more hit. And
Well,
that's
he's
when
been
I
healing the
remembered
whole time, so
something.
he's probably on
Try
full
jumping,
health.
and on the way down, swing your sword.
Oh my goodness,
Am I
it's a
really doing
callback.
this? Yep, it looks like I'm doing it. I jumped off the platform, swinging my sword in midair. I thought I was done for. I thought the fall
Did he
damage
fall
would
to
have
his
been
death?
The end of me, but I was still alive, and I didn't see the player above me. I climbed back up the platform to see
there
a
he is.
floating wooden sword on the ground. It was over. I won the battle, and this wasn't just any battle. This was my 3rd win that I needed to rank up to become a stone sword.
GG's.
I
GG's.
actually did it. Now I just need to get out of here without dying from fall damage. That would be tragic. I can't believe this is my only way down. Oh, that was
Oh
really
my
close.
goodness.
I realized that next time I should probably be bringing food to a fight.
I wonder how
Somehow,
many
I got back to
reshoots
my
this
room
guy's had to
safely,
do for
and I got
these.
to lay my eyes upon something I never thought I would see. The number 3 next to my name. I couldn't believe it. I was actually going to rank up to become a stone sword. This was all that I have dreamt about for, well, not that long, probably less than a month, but still, as long as I could remember. This calls for one last journal log. Well, this is it. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I'm gonna become a stone sword today. So
Proud of
after
you.
eat
I knew
this
you could do
chicken,
it.
Heal up a bit. I'm gonna walk down there and go through the red gate into a better life. If the rumors are true about stone swords, my life could be over 100 hits long, and that's the life I always dreamed of having. So, unless they sell video journal machines beyond the wall, this is me signing off.
Let me
on
guess,
my
he's
last
gonna
journal
buy a
log.
video
After I ate
machine
my
in
2
every
pieces of
single
chicken, I
civilization he
went
goes
over
to,
the
isn't he?
wall. There was no reason
Like
I should
every
be
level he's gonna
spending
buy a
any
new
more
one.
time in this place. I had my 3 wins, and it was time to rank up. I swung my sword 3 times, and the gate opened up. This was it. There was no turning back now. When I go beyond this wall, I'll get to live the life that I deserve, that everyone deserves, and I'll never have to return back to this nightmare of a place. After taking
Wouldn't it
one
just
last
get
look at
worse
PvP
because more
Civilization,
people would
I
want to
stepped
attack
inside the
you?
wall, and the gate closed behind me.
And they're
I
also more
finally got to
experienced.
see what was behind the red gate.
It's
I was
more
in some
stone.
giant hallway, and I turned around and the door was sealed shut. Okay, I don't know what I was expecting, but this is not what I had pictured in my head. I continued down the hallway until I stopped at what looked like to be some sort of entryway. When I walked over the smooth stone, the wooden sword that used to be in my hand disappeared, and in its place was something else. It was all that
Well,
I
that's
had
a cool
been
little
hoping to
thing.
get. A stone
Check the
sword.
attacks.
I walked over to the red blocks in the middle of the room. Entry to level 2. What does that mean? I looked over.
Yeah, he's
the
gotta,
edge,
like, go
and
down
all
to go
I
to the
saw
next
was a
one.
giant drop that
Oh,
led
no,
to
he's
nothing.
cooked. He's
No
cooked. There's
ladders,
gotta be
no
water down
staircase,
there.
and I couldn't see the bottom. Wait, so down there is where level 2 is. Does that mean people with stone swords have been living under us the entire time? Okay, that is crazy.
So I was
not
right
expecting that,
when I was
but
predicting
that's when
that
I took
wooden
a
was
look
on the
around
top and the rest of them were
realized that there
below.
shops inside of
I'm
this
so
room.
smart.
A leather chest plate for the cost of 20 attacks.
Don't buy it.
How
Don't
many
buy
attacks
it.
do I even have? I looked down at my sword and saw that my life was over 130 hits long.
Don't buy it, please don't buy it.
130? Are you serious? I
Oh
can
my
live
goodness.
forever. I don't know why there were shops here, but I'm guessing that it was a chance to prepare for what life was like at level 2. This was crazy. I not only had a stone sword, but I had armor now. I wish I had these for my PvP battles earlier. Wait, what is this? blue leather chestplate.
Don't buy it.
25.
No.
Wait, I should have bought this one.
Oh
The
my
blue leather
goodness.
chestplate is so much cooler than a regular one. Wait,
He's
what
gonna
is
buy a
this?
green one.
Green leather
Oh
chestplate. Okay, that's my favorite color. A black leather chestplate. That's my second favorite color. Obviously a purchase. Okay, I'm not gonna make the same mistake as last time. I'm actually gonna get food.
That's the only
Golden
smart thing he's
carrot or a
done.
golden apple for 20 attacks.
Golden
I think
apple.
I'm rich now, bro. This is so cool. I just want to buy everything.
Let me guess,
What
he's
is
gonna
it?
break his
A
sword.
video journal machine? Bro,
He-
this
he's
is
too
insane.
broke.
Now
He's
I
too
can
broke to
record
afford
what
that.
it's like at level 2 of PvP Civilization.
He's dead. RIP. How are they gonna explain how he dies here?
This is PvP Civilization, where your entire life is determined by the amount of hits you have left with your sword, which means my life is only 58 attacks long, unless I make it past this wall, which will give me a stone sword, doubling my lifespan. But the thing is I already made it past the wall, and I died. In PvP Civilization, if your
How
sword
are you
breaks,
still
it's game
alive?
over, and mine definitely broke. So the question is how am I standing here alive and with a full durability wooden
Yeah,
sword?
exactly. I'm
Part
very
of me
curious
wants to
about
think
that.
getting a stone sword and dying was just a bad dream, but I know it was real. The sign in my room still says I've won 3 PvP battles, which means every fight I had and everything I went through had to have happened, which means I definitely died.
Let's go.
So
Get
Bro
out
can
here.
respawn and the
PvP.
others can't?
And I forgot about the daily PvP checks. At least I got a new wooden sword now. Surviving the daily attack won't be an issue.
You know the drill. You owe 1 PvP attack, just like every day.
You are just the person I need to talk to. I don't even know how to say this. How exactly am I still alive?
I am so glad you brought it up. I ask myself that question every single day.
Bro is
If you
preying
are
on your
PvP
downfall.
skilled, you leave your door
Dang.
open all the time.
Oh
You
my
talk
goodness.
To yourself. You think you have a girlfriend,
Wait,
but she is
okay.
absolutely not interested. You act all cool like you're the main character or something, and then the plot
I
armor?
mean-
Don't even get me started.
What?
You're not even that good looking.
Okay, bro, can you
Wow.
stop? That's not at all what I
That's
was
funny
talking
coming from
about.
the guy
That
wearing
was
shades
very
covering half his
unnecessary and
face.
Kind of mean. Also, the girlfriend part, kind of debatable in my opinion. But anyway, no, I mean, I actually died. I got a stone sword and it broke and I'm back here.
I don't even know what to say to that. If you're gonna try to make up a crazy story to get out of your daily PvP attack, it won't work.
No, you don't get it. I'm not making this up. After I won the 3rd PvP battle,
Bro
needed
thinks
to
he's
rank up, I
crazy.
went through the red gate. I was in some hallway, and when I walked towards the end, a stone sword appeared in my hand. And that's when I realized everyone with a stone sword has been living under us this entire time. But before I could go down there, well, I
Yeah,
bought
you
4
bought-
chest plates.
yeah.
I tried buying a video journal machine, and then I died.
Absolute
Okay,
idiots.
So let me get this straight. You got your 3 wins, you got your stone sword, and then you bought 3 leather chest plates,
It was
4.
actually 4 leather
Yeah, he
chest
bought
plates. But
4.
Continue.
and then you decided to buy a video journal machine.
Well, I mean, I had to keep up with my daily journal, especially after I ranked up to a stone sword.
And then your sword broke and you died. What happened after?
And then I woke up back here in my bed like nothing ever happened.
It's a
All right,
dream.
buddy, I'm
It was
gonna
a
need
dream.
2 attacks now to make up for all that pain and suffering from listening to all that. Please keep it to yourself.
This
next
guard is
time.
my
I
favorite
didn't
character,
expect
low
the
key.
PvP guard to believe
I'm
my
rooting for the
story. I
guard.
didn't even believe
I want the guard to
myself
win.
when I said it
I
out
want the
loud.
guard to rank
All
up.
I know is somehow I was revived in PvP Civilization. It's kind of unfortunate how me coming back to life leads to me paying double what I would usually pay in a daily PvP check. But all things considered, the most important thing is that
How
I'm
are the
alive.
shields
I
able
thought
to,
my
like,
journey was over, but I
enforce
might still have a
the
chance to
PvP
figure out
attacks?
what PvP
Because they don't
Civilization
have an
is, to
actual
figure
weapon.
out
They just
why
have
we're
a
even here,
defense.
and if there's a way out. The only thing I know for certain is that a stone sword gives me a longer life. And of course I had to go and break it in 2 minutes. Not exactly my smartest moment. Wait, what am I still doing here? I have 3 PvP wins. I
Yeah,
can rank
bro
up
should
right
just
now.
get outta
To
here.
get a stone sword in PvP Civilization, you only need 2 things. You need to win 3 PvP battles, and you need 3 hits of your sword to open up the gate. Fortunately, I have both of those, so there's nothing stopping me now from ranking up. Actually,
GG's.
if I remember, the food on the other side of the wall was expensive. I might be the only one who knows that. Usually, no one would be able to come back to this side of the wall after you go through. Wait, I might be the smartest person in PvP Civilization. I'm just gonna
Highly
buy food
debatable.
here 'cause it's
Highly
cheaper. And then,
debatable.
once I rank up, I'll have a stone sword with full durability and tons of food to survive level 2. Let's go! I went to the PvP marketplace to carry out my plan, but it quickly went downhill. Wait, I'm sorry.
Bro's already
Okay,
getting
on
jumped.
second thought,
He's
I don't
already
need
getting
food,
jumped.
I just need to rank up. This is really bad. Ever since I came back to life, I completely forgot where I was. This was PvP Civilization, a place where people are forced to
Is that
fight each
Prince
other for a
Sam
better
from
life.
Lifesteal?
And because I let my guard down, I don't have time to rank up.
Oh yeah, I
now.
forgot
The
Fbo
only
has
way
those
out of this
connections.
Is a PvP battle. All right, bro, this is your last chance to step away. I've already got 3 PvP wins, but I'm not afraid to make it 4.
Wait, just a second. I don't want to fight. I just want to talk.
Cap.
So you attacked
Cap.
me, and now you want me to trust
Yeah.
you? That's never
Yeah,
gonna
no.
I'd put my sword down if I could. Just listen to me. I know you died, and I know you came back.
What? What are you talking about?
Bro,
I saw
stalking
you. Go through the
you.
gate to get your stone sword, and I heard the story you told to the guard.
How?
Let me take a guess. You thought that believing my story would get me to trust you? I mean, what did you hope to gain from all of this?
I thought this might be important. The other day, I overheard you talking with a woman.
Oh yeah, that was actually me and my
And
girlfriend.
it never
I
happened.
highly doubt that.
It's up for interpretation. Anyways, continue.
You said something that stuck with me.
Hey, where's your armor stand for your bed? Why do I have to pay to sleep? Alright, whatever. I'm ready for my PvP lesson. Okay,
It's his
talk about
armor
invasion
stand
of
by the
privacy.
bed.
Anyways, so why exactly
That's
did that
why.
stick with you?
Okay.
And why go through all of this to tell me that?
That
If you want
explains
to talk
it.
more, I live on the top floor on the right. You don't have to trust me, and I don't expect you to. All I want to say is, ask the guards if you have to pay to sleep in PvP Civilization.
And that was the last thing the player said to me before he turned around and went back towards the houses. Why should I ask a guard if I have to pay to sleep in PvP Civilization? Maybe
'Cause
the
nobody
player
else
was trying
pays to
stall me
sleep.
From ranking up? I mean, there's nothing stopping me now. I guess it could be.
Hold
some
on, this
sort
guy
of
might be a
trap.
potential
Or the
ally
player
in the
knows
future.
something that I don't, and asking
Although
a
I
guard
don't fully
is the
trust
only
him.
way to find out. All right,
Hey,
I guess I
guard,
can wait a
over
few more
here.
minutes to
Over here,
rank up.
guard.
Hey, excuse me, guard, could I ask you a question?
Please, not you. If I hear another fake story from you, I think I actually might die.
Okay, I don't know how listening to a story could possibly be that bad, but anyways, no, it's not a story, just a question. Do players have to pay to sleep in PvP Civilization? You know, like pay a tax to sleep?
Why would you have to pay to go to bed? I mean, the conditions in PvP Civilization are bad enough already. That would just be cruel.
So why is there an armor stand next to my bed?
Okay, if you're gonna talk to yourself, please just step away from the door and do it somewhere else.
I watched as the guard disappeared behind the doors that only PvP guards have access to.
So
He
they
said
kinda
that
run the
no
world.
player has to
Okay.
pay to sleep in PvP Civilization. So that means I'm the only one with an armor stand in my room next
He's
to
the
my
only
bed.
one who
But
can
why?
respawn.
I'm guessing that player that told me to ask the guard knows something. Once again, this could be an elaborate trap that I'm falling for, but if I rank up to a stone sword, I might never be able to come back here. So this could be my last chance to find out what the player knows. Alright, if this is a trap, let's just hope I can PvP my way out of this.
Doubtful. Very
Hey, look,
doubtful.
it's the guy from a few minutes ago. Before you do anything, do not open the door. We can talk like this. So now that that's clear, I asked the guard the question you told me to ask.
And I'm guessing the answer you got made you curious.
I don't get it. Why would I have an armor stand in my room? I mean, I have to pay 3 attacks to sleep. That's kind of a scam if you ask me. I've only slept once in PvP Civilization because of that.
That's what I'm trying to piece together. Armor stands are powerful. They can't be broken, and they basically control all of PvP Civilization. But most importantly, hitting armor stands always gives something in return.
That's right. Armor stands are used to buy things.
So the question I have is, when you hit the armor stand in your room,
What was I actually buying? Because if sleeping is free, then I paid 3 PvP attacks for something else.
exactly.
At that moment, I knew that player and I were thinking the exact same
Yeah, I
thing.
connected the
Okay,
dots
crazy
like
idea,
3
but
minutes
you don't
ago.
think that armor stand in my room is what allowed me to respawn?
I
you?
do actually.
Or it could be nothing. Of course, you need to die again to test it out, but I hope it doesn't come to that.
The player was right. The only way to know for certain if the armor stand makes me respawn is if I die again. And to be honest, I'm not too sure I want to test that willingly. Because if I'm
Nah,
wrong
it makes
and
for
the
good
armor stand
content.
does nothing, then I obviously run the risk of being gone for good. And whatever second chance I got would be thrown out the window. The best course from here on out is to treat this like my one and only life. Maybe this armor stand was responsible for bringing me back to life, but if it wasn't, then I only have one more shot to make it out of PvP Civilization. And this time, I'm not gonna waste it. I waited in my room until nighttime came around. Tomorrow was the day I rank up to become a stone sword. And it
Not
would
gonna lie,
be
I'm
the
only
day
hearing
where I
like half
figure
the
out
stuff
what
he
life
says
is
because
like
I'm
when
too
you can
focused
live
on the
for
music
over
in the background.
130
It's just so
attacks.
good.
There's no questioning that life on the second level is going to be dangerous. It's a very real possibility that I don't even survive my first day, which is why I'm taking a chance with this mysterious armor stand in my room. No one knows a thing about about this place and why we're even in here. So maybe it's not too crazy to believe that this armor stand could save my life. Alright, been a while since I've done a video journal log.
All of that was in his video journal log. Oh, wait, no.
With a video journal. I guess I
hey guys, we're back with another video today.
Yes, I know I broke my stone sword before I even got to level 2, but we're just not going to talk about that anymore. The point is I'm on my way to get my stone sword for real this time, and I'm not going to break it in the first 2 minutes. I know I traditionally have a problem with spending all of my attacks very quickly.
Yeah, you do.
I promise that's not going to happen again. I mean,
he's going to do it again. I'm calling it.
I'm a changed man.
The old
when
me.
You die and come back to life, I can't explain it, but it just makes you value the important things in your life more. Like,
right.
She got her stone sword a couple days ago, and honestly, she's probably worried sick about me. That is, if she survived level 2. But
I bet she completely forgot who you were.
Fight, I'm sure she's doing just fine. Anyways, let's talk strategy. Once I drop down to level 2 of PvP Civilization, there's no coming
Don't
back.
forget to buy
There's
food.
A chance that the mysterious armor stand
and one chest plate
causes me to respawn, but I'm not counting on that. As far as I'm concerned, this is my last and only chance to survive and make it out of PvP Civilization, which means this time I'm not spending my attacks on chest plates. I'm buying 3 pieces of cooked steak for 18 attacks.
Smart.
I know the prices are bad, but I can't risk going to the PvP marketplace again. I just need to rank up. And the only other thing I'm buying is
one chest plate. Chest plate.
Let's just say the next update will come from level 2.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's complete waste. Although I did call it.
30 attacks. I still have 113 attacks left. Yeah, I'll be good. Besides, I don't know how I could live without this thing. I would
buy one chest plate and food.
That would lead to the second level of PvP Civilization. I couldn't see anything at the bottom. For all I know, I might not even survive the drop. But I know that there's only one way to find out. I jumped, not knowing if I would ever come back.
Let me guess, there's water at the bottom.
Never gonna touch the ground again until I heard a huge splash, and I looked up to see I was completely submerged in water. I've never seen this much water in my life before, let alone any water in PvP Civilization at all.
How do you even know what water is,
Take a look at my surroundings. All I saw were 4 identical hallways. This was it. This was the start of my new life as a stone sword in PvP Civilization. It was pretty clear that this was a one-way trip. There would be no way back up to the wooden sword level. But who knows? Maybe I'll never want to go back up again. Maybe getting a stone sword was a ticket to paradise. Or even better, this could be the end and the way out of PvP Civilization.
Hey, that's the dream.
The end of one of the hallways, and I was met with a door. Except I know these doors. These doors weren't the ones that players with swords could open.
It's the one with shields, right?
Opened by PvP guards.
Yep.
Wait, there's a button. I pressed the button that should have opened the door, but unfortunately it did not. Well, this is perfect. I guess
is that gonna come? Is that gonna come back eventually?
Broken. So what now? But all of a sudden, I heard the door open and a PvP guard was.
Oh, he summoned him.
Just for future reference, you only need to ring the doorbell one time.
Oh,
Anyways,
okay, yeah.
Welcome to level 2. Follow me.
Oh, it was a doorbell. That kind of makes sense. Well, here we go. Time for level 2 of PvP Civilization. The door closed behind us as I followed the guard with a different colored shield down the ladder. In a matter of seconds, my new life would begin. The guard opened the door in front of
wait, he
us,
also has a different dyed helmet.
Level 2 of
so maybe like, oh, so
this
that's how they
was
rank
life
up.
as a
Okay.
stone sword. It looked almost
they
identical
finally
to
have a
the
budget for
wooden
trees.
sword level, which I didn't have a
I was
problem
right.
with. The problem
I was right.
had
Yep.
was that by
I
the
knew
looks
it.
of
They're going
didn't look
down.
like I was escaping PvP Civilization anytime soon.
Since you just ranked up, you're under my protection until we get to your room. Follow me.
Let's go. I'll take protection from a PvP guard any day. No way. I get a top floor room too? Maybe this is paradise.
Alright, this right here is your room on the top floor to the left. It's a standard 1 room, 1 bed, but of course if you're looking for something bigger, you can always buy the large house from the PvP marketplace.
Let's go. I can buy a bigger house here too? I am definitely getting one of those.
This guy's wasting so much of his PvP attacks.
Look, I know you're new here, but,
hit him off. Hit him off. Please.
A PvP tip for our services, you know, for getting you to your house safely.
Oh, a tip? Yeah, for sure. I got you. Sorry, I didn't know tips.
He's gonna ask for multiple.
Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Well, good luck in PvP.
Oh, I thought he was gonna ask for like multiple.
I hope you survive.
Thank you, I guess. That doesn't sound too good. Well, here we are. My life is now 82 attacks long. I always dreamed for a time when I could have a stone sword and live longer.
Low-key, literally the only difference between these levels is your opponents are stronger.
The question now is, where do I go from here? I looked at the sign on the wall next to the picture of me. It said I have 0 wins. wins. Well, that's odd. I should have 3 wins. I guess information
Oh,
travels
it
slowly in
resets.
PvP Civilization. I
It
took a
resets
look
every
around
time,
the
I
stone
think.
sword level. Just like at the wooden sword level, there was the same red wall with the same door. But something was different. Something changed about the design on the wall.
Yeah, I literally
That's
predicted
when I
this.
realized
I
the
predicted this
truth
like
of
15
PvP
minutes ago.
Civilization has been around me this entire time.
I'm
I
so
never
smart.
questioned as to why the walls were designed the way they were. Why
Yep.
there was wood only at the top. But now seeing the new gray stones filled in underneath, I now realize
I'm
that the
actually
walls
so
were
big
never just
brained.
designed. They were all of the levels of PvP Civilization. And
So there's
there were
5 levels.
All of
Okay.
a sudden, I heard the swing of a sword right behind me. Oh, this can't be good.
I should have known that was you talking.
No way.
But seriously,
Oh
stop
my goodness,
talking and
bro.
Get in here. It's like you're trying to die.
You know what? I don't even care about the fact that I just found out that there might be 5 levels to PvP Civilization, and the fact that I'll probably never escape this place, because I got a room across my future wife. Let's
Bro,
go.
she does
Don't
not
worry about
like
the
you like
door,
that,
I'll
bro.
get it. It's just what gentlemen
She
do.
barely likes you in
Anyways,
general.
So, long time no see.
I'm gonna ignore that first part.
Oh, she already has a win.
Congratulations. Looks like you had what it took to rank up after all.
Yeah, well, I couldn't have done it without your help. I mean, you taught me everything I needed to know about PvP, and I have a longer life because of it. But anyways, let's talk about the important stuff. Like, how crazy it is that your room is across from my room? I mean, if I had to guess, it's like
On
the
both
universe wants us
civilizations
to
too
be
is kind of
together.
crazy.
Alright, kid. The only reason you got that house in the first place is because I defeated the person who was living there before you.
Oh.
And you were about to be my second victim if it wasn't for that weird thing you do where you talk to yourself.
It's called monologuing, and it's good for the story. Anyways, so what do I need to know about level 2?
PvP Civilization goes even deeper. You need 5 victories here to rank up to an Iron Sword.
Oh,
but I
dang.
don't know when it ends.
5
He's actually
victories
so
for an
cooked.
Iron Sword? There's no way I'm good enough at PvP to win 5
I don't think
more
you're good enough to
battles.
win
Oh,
one,
I
bro.
died already. Can't the suffering just end?
I'm sorry, did you just say you died already? What do you mean by that?
Oh, yeah, funny thing. So I actually
No,
got a stone
don't
sword
reveal
a
your
while
secrets,
ago,
bro.
and for
Oh
reasons
my
that won't be
goodness.
said, it broke and I died, but I woke back up on the first layer.
You're saying I can take you out right now and you'll come back.
Whoa, 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 what is wrong with you? No, we're not gonna test it out. All I know is that there's an armor stand in my room at the first level. No one else in PvP Civilization seems to have one, so that's my only guess on how I came back to life.
Not even sure if you're telling the truth or not, but if someone did have that power, they could be the strongest one in PvP Civilization.
The
True,
woman
like
was
having the
right.
ability
If
to
I had the
respawn.
power to
The
respawn,
woman.
I could practice PvP without worrying about dying, and eventually
Bro
I
is
would
so
be the
down bad,
best
but he
in
doesn't even know
PvP
her name. That's
Civilization.
actually
That
crazy.
also means that I would have enough chances to get to the last level, or better yet, find out the truth about this place. Alright, I don't know if I'm ever gonna respawn again, so what should I do?
You should go find a chest plate. It's unlikely you'll survive a battle without one.
Right, buy a chest
I
plate.
told him to buy one, but he
Totally
didn't
don't
buy
have a
it.
rocky history with buying chest plates, but the woman
Just
was
'cause you
right.
bought 4,
I'm
bro.
not that good at
One was
PvP,
where you should have
so getting a
stopped.
chest plate means that's probably my best chance of survival. I thanked the woman for her help again, and I told her that if she was
The
ever
woman.
ranking up to an iron sword soon, I would be totally comfortable with a long distance relationship. She didn't respond to that part, but you know, that's her thing. She's so serious all the time. It's fine. Anyways, before I go get a chest plate, and actually before I do anything in PvP Civilization, I need to do quite possibly the most important task of all
Video
time.
journal.
That's find a good place for my video
Yep,
journal
I
sheet.
knew it.
I bought this thing for 30 swings of my sword, so
Not
I have
worth
to make
it.
good use of it. All right, this seems like a great spot. This is my first video journal as a stone sword in PvP Civilization, and I will say things are off to a great start. I have cooked beef to tie me over for a while, and I have around 80 swings left with my sword. On top of that, my girlfriend lives right across from me. How crazy is
Oh
that?
my
She's
goodness.
insane at PvP, so she'll protect me, hopefully. But for now, I'm on a solo journey, and that's to buy a chest plate. Yes, I know the obvious question is, am I scared that my shopping addiction is gonna get the best of me again?
Yes,
Given the fact that last
definitely,
time I bought 4 chest
absolutely.
plates breaking my sword and
If anyone gets
dying.
that reference,
But
let me know
I
in the
will not
comments.
be tempted this time because now I'm actually focused on my survival. Anyways, that's the end of this video journal log. Hopefully, I will be around to update it again. I made my way over to my first new room at the Stone Sword.
Oh,
When I
okay,
walked in,
okay.
I saw a structure that I've never seen before. If this was the PvP marketplace at level 2, it sure looked a lot different. I had to be careful. I was in unexplored territory.
They
Meaning
didn't have
players
enough
could
for
be
ladder,
hiding
so they just had to
anywhere
grow
waiting for a
vines.
sneak attack, especially on players that have never been here, like me. I climbed up the vines and hopped
This
onto
will be a
the
perfect
first
place to
level
sneak
of the
attack, I'm not
structure.
gonna
And sure
lie.
enough, I found myself in the PvP marketplace. This is where every player goes to get what they need to survive here. And I need a chest plate to survive. No! Okay,
You're
I'm
smart,
not a
you're
fan of
smart.
this design choice for the PvP marketplace. From what I could tell, the first floor of the PvP marketplace was only food, which means the chest plate that I'm after should be at the top. Looking back, I should have just gotten a chest plate before I came down here. If I had
Yep.
done that, my life would have
Shoulda
been a
listened
lot
to
less
me,
stressful.
but-
But now I know what to do if I respawn. Alright, what do we got here? PvP guard protection, 60 seconds. It costs 50 attacks plus expected tip. Wait, that's awesome.
Dang.
Can I afford this?
No, don't.
77 attacks left. No, I can't buy this. But I'll come back for this one day. I walked over to the next armor stand and
Why would you want
stumbled upon
protection for
exactly
only
what I was looking
60
for.
seconds?
Here we go. Leather chest plate for 20 attacks. And I'm only buying one this time.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh man, that's
Oh
not
my-
good. I
Melvin?
slowly turned around to see a player with a leather chest plate standing directly across from me. If this was gonna end in a PvP battle, I don't know if this was one I could win.
Bold move coming up here thinking you could get a chest plate without a fight, but that's what all the new stone swords do. They come here unprepared and fall right into my trap. And I get the easiest PvP victories of my life. And after I've taken out you, I can rank up to become an iron sword. So thank you.
This guy
Of
has
course,
plot
this guy
armor,
has a
so
leather
you're
chest plate
cooked.
And 4 wins already. And there's no way down to the surface except through the middle, but that's not an option now. The path is blocked, and the only way through is to fight. This will probably be my last PvP battle. I will give it my all, but let's just say I really hope that respawn thing is an option. The player walked towards me, and I pulled out my best trick in the book.
Oh?
Wow, a new stone sword player that knows how to critical hit? You might actually win this.
Come on, I just gotta land
I think that
one.
was a joke.
Wait, what the? What?
Bro,
was that?
you're not even
You just hit
swinging
me
your
so many
sword.
times.
It's called a PvP combo. You actually have to be good at PvP to do it. Now let's
Dang.
get this over with.
This guy was
Man,
too good.
everybody's
He
preying
also
on your
talked
downfall.
Too much. I saw an opening and I took it. I jumped off into the center of the PvP marketplace, just barely catching myself at the bottom of the vines. It didn't look like the player was after me, but still, that was way too close. I didn't achieve my goal of getting a chest plate, but all I needed to do now was get back safely. Fortunately, I did that part successfully. Okay, now I'm just gonna take a break.
least he didn't have
I do
time to
not
fuel
wanna
his shopping
explore any
addiction.
more of PvP Civilization. I've got one piece of steak left, which should tie me over for a while. So, in the meantime, I will talk about my feelings. All right.
Oh
back
my
again
goodness,
for
I
your
might
journal
just
log
skip
number
this
2
one.
here, and a lot of unanswered questions about PvP Civilization. Why are we here? How do we get out? Why are we forced to fight each other? And then there was that thing that guy just did to me. What was it called? A PvP combo? Yeah, I wonder what that's all about. How do I do one of those? Every day it just seems like I know less and less about the world. Oh man, there is just so much to wrap my head around. Oh, and don't even get me started about the PvP guards. What's up with them? I mean, can guards rank up themselves? How do you become a guard at level 2? And
I
those
mean,
doors
better
that
than the
only they're
last
allowed to
guard. At least
open,
he was
where
nice.
do those go? And why do guards accept bribes in the form of PvP attacks? I don't know how getting attacked by players helps them in any way. So that's
It
just
breaks their
another thing that
armor.
doesn't make any sense. And then
Or
there's the
shield.
woman
Wait,
that
no,
lives
just their
across from
armor.
me. Oh, talk about a complicated relationship.
Oh
She's
my
been a little
goodness.
distant lately, you know, winning PvP.
Don't even know
battles,
her
trying to
name?
find the truth about this place. But I feel like we're gonna get married someday. I wonder if they sell engagement rings in PvP Civilization.
Bro.
Alright, that's enough of talking to myself. A lot of unknowns, a lot of unanswered questions, and no guarantee that I'll survive the next day. As
He is
of
so
now,
cooked.
I have a little over 70 hits left of my sword to try to get to the next level. If I got an iron sword, who knows how long my life would be. But if I'm gonna rank up to an iron sword, I can't just stay in my room forever. I have to PvP.
I wonder how
fell
long it
asleep
took
against
him
the
to
door of my
actually
room
build
until I
this.
woke up from the
Or he
sound
like
of
hire
voices.
someone
Just
else to build
outside
it
my
for
room,
him.
I could hear the PvP guard talking.
Probably
All
the
I
second
heard
one.
was 1v1 and let's go, followed by the sound of people climbing down a ladder. If my suspicions were correct, the woman across from me was selected for a mandatory 1v1. Sure enough, I opened
Hey, good
up
for
my door
her.
to see that the woman's room was open. This was really bad. I don't care how good she is at PvP. If you get selected for a mandatory 1v1, only one person comes back alive. And if she
Yeah,
gets
that's kinda
matched
how
up
that
with
works.
someone that has a chest plate, she could be in huge trouble, which is
True.
why I have to try to help. I followed the guard into the next room, and sure enough, I was in the 1v1 arena at the stone level. Okay, I gotta try to get in here somehow.
Whoa, buddy, let me stop you right there. If you're looking for a 1v1, there's only 2 ways you can get up there. You either get selected for a mandatory 1v1, or you can buy a ticket.
A ticket, yes, perfect. That's exactly what I need. Do you have any on you? How much does it cost?
Do you really think I look like a guy who sells tickets? No, I don't have any on me. You
Dang.
have to buy one from the PvP marketplace. They're kind of pricey though, just a heads up. You can find them at the top level.
The PvP marketplace. Okay, I'll be right back.
Just
I
kill the
have to
guard.
hurry. If I don't
Just
get this
bribe the
ticket in
guard.
time, I might risk losing the one person I can trust in PvP Civilization. However, if I'm gonna have any chance at joining that fight, I need to win a fight of my own first. I got to the top where I saw the player with the chest plate standing directly over the armor stand I needed to get to. This was it. No running this time. I had to see this through till the end.
Well, looks like you've come back to give me my 5th win. Once I have my iron sword, I'll remember to thank you.
Alright, this is it. No time for caution. I can't hold anything back.
You
I
got this,
charged at the
Eppo.
player and
We
swung
believe
my
in
sword.
you.
I didn't even know what I was doing. All I knew was that I had to win this fight. I managed to get it hidden without being touched.
Oh, okay,
but just
okay,
a second
okay. Oh.
later, I lost the
Nope,
advantage
you're
and
cooked.
I was
Sorry.
on the
Yep.
run. I climbed up above one of the armor stands and I was officially trapped. There was nowhere for me to run. I had one chance to win this fight and I was gonna have to make it count. As of now, I had the high ground advantage and the player was waiting
He has
for
the
me
high
to come
ground.
down. Come on, if this is gonna work, I just have to land one attack. I kept running up to the edge, trying to make my opponent think I was gonna jump. But then I went for it. I jumped over the player, swinging my sword on the way down. And
GG's.
the player went flying off the
Yep,
edge.
RIP,
I looked down at the
RIP.
ground, and the battle was over. By some miracle, I was
I would collect
still
the sword if I
alive.
were you.
Okay, there is a lot going
And
through
his
my
chest
head right
plate.
now, but I do not have time to think about it. All I will say for now is I am lucky to be alive. I walked over to the armor stand where I could buy a 1v1 ticket. It
Dang.
costed 30 attacks, and I had 65 left. But I just eliminated someone, so if I pick up their stone sword, I should get some back.
Imagine they have,
30
like, no
attacks later,
durability
the
left.
1v1 ticket was in my possession. I was debating leaving the sword on the ground, but after buying one more piece of steak, I didn't have enough swings left with my sword to go into another fight. I needed this sword, and of course, it was stuck on top of a tree. Alright, double checking, there's no easy way up. Of course there's not. Looks like I have to go the hard way. I jumped off the lowest level of the PvP marketplace, taking a huge amount of
There's gonna be, like,
damage,
nothing
but I
left on
found
the sword, I
and
bet.
After it combined into my own, I gained 30 more attacks.
Okay,
I should
that's not
say
bad.
24 more attacks because now I have to go buy another piece of steak. I ran back to the 1v1 arena hoping there was still time. Okay, I have a 1v1 ticket.
Good for you. Once this 1v1's over, you can put the ticket into the dispenser and go on up.
What? No.
Dang.
I bought the ticket to go in now.
I didn't know this needed to be said, but this is a 1v1 arena, not a 1v1v1 arena. You can't go up until the fight's finished.
There's gotta be a way up there. Alright, didn't want to have to pull this out. What do you say you let me in now?
You really think you're gonna bribe me with PvP attacks? That's not gonna work, pal.
We'll see about that.
2 attacks? Alright, there might be a small chance I'm willing to accept a bribe.
How do you feel after 2 more attacks?
I feel like I am very much willing to take a bribe. Keep going.
Let's go, bribing always works.
Wait, 1 second.
Oh, am I good to go up now?
No, not yet. I just need to catch my breath. I got a little low on health there. Just wait a few seconds for me to get some hearts back.
Bro, what? This is like the longest bribe ever. Okay, look, I'm kind of on a time crunch. Are you good now?
Alright, I'm good. Continue.
I paid the guard 4 more attacks with my sword until he finally broke.
Thank you very much. I am now much closer to ranking up because of you. Alright, you can head on up.
Bro, I would've
No,
just,
thank you so
made
much.
him keep
Also,
hitting
you
me
pull
until
out
I
a
ranked
crazy
up.
floor drop at the end right there. I'll have to come back to that. I opened up the dispenser and dropped in my 1v1 ticket. The door blocking the ladder opened and I was free to go up. Now, I had to hope that I wasn't too late and that I still had time to save the woman who I owe everything to. Let's do this. The door opened up and
Oh,
I
nah,
saw the
she's
woman
cooked,
and
she's
the player
cooked.
with the chest plate engaged in heavy battle. It's time to put an end to this. Don't worry, my love. I'm here to save you.
Say that again, and I will
Yeah,
actually
that
jump
might.
Yep,
I
understood
just
very
experienced
clearly.
secondhand
What is
embarrassment
wrong
from
with
that
me?
line.
Anyways, I'm here to help so we can both get out of here alive. The woman told me that she was out of food, so this was her last stand. Unfortunately, the other player showed no signs of running out of food. Alright, well, what are we waiting for? It's 2 versus 1. Let's get this over with.
This guy is good. Play it smart.
You don't have to worry about me. With how good I've become,
If you
I bet I'm
2v1 him,
probably
you'll
better than-
easily beat him.
No, you're definitely not.
Okay, way to boost my confidence going into the most important fight of our lives. It's whatever, we'll work on our teamwork skills after. But now, let's fight. The player with the chestplate charged at me. We both landed an attack on each other. Then, the woman came in to help, clearly doing a lot better than
I
I
have a feeling
was. But
Eppo's
this
gonna end
player
up
was
dead
extremely
somehow.
strong. Not only was his chestplate weakening our stone swords, but him constantly being at full hunger means he's been regenerating health this entire fight.
Then
This
don't
fight
let him
was getting too
regenerate, just
close.
keep
I ran
rushing
up
him.
and swung my sword too early, letting the player get a critical hit on me. I watched as the woman went in for another attack, but she got hit herself. This battle was falling apart. I was at 1 heart, and I could tell the woman was probably 1 hit away from dying too. But the player hasn't approached either one of us yet, leading me to believe that he was also very low. At this point in the fight, I knew it was unlikely that both the woman and I make it out alive, which is why I have to take a stand. If I can get 1 more hit on the player before dying, I think the woman will be able to win. So that's what I'm gonna do. I charge the player swinging my sword and somehow hit the player twice in a row. I don't know how I did it, but within a matter of seconds, the player was gone, and there was nothing left except the stone sword on the ground to collect. We won the fight. Did I actually just learn how to do a PvP combo? That was insane.
Hey, this is some serious improvement here, Eppo. I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, well, let's get out of here. Wait, what's going on? The battle was over, and both doors were still sealed shut. And that's when I got a grasp of the situation. This was the 1v1 arena, and those doors will never open until 1 player remains standing. That means from the
time to kill Tabby.
one of us was going to be able to come out alive, and I already knew
I believe
who the
that's,
person would be. I
believe Tabby is the name of the other person. Because I do watch a lot of Eppo videos, and he kind of has all of his friends in them pretty consistently.
But you have the PvP skills to survive this place, which is why you have to be the one to leave.
How confident are you with your ability to come back to life?
Confident enough.
You said you died and came back. Can you do it again?
I don't even know. I mean, the armor stand thing is just a theory, and there's no way to know if that's true or not. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You have to be the one to leave this place. And if this is my last life, well, I have no regrets about coming here, because I know you'll make it out of PvP Civilization one day.
Hopefully, I see you again.
Yeah, well, I'm willing to accept the fact that this could be the end of my story. Better way to end a story than a true love's kiss.
Okay, bro, literally jump off.
No.
Alright, worth a shot. If someone could respawn in PvP Civilization, they could be the most powerful player to ever exist. So why was I given this power?
Bro is literally him. He is actually the main character.
Upon a pedestal is the difference between life and death. And I might never know why I'm the one player who gets more chances at life, while the other players who are better at PvP with more talent, more skill, have to risk their one and only life.
The world fell back for you.
Don't even know. Everything I've learned leads me to believe that this armor stand being in my room was a mistake. I shouldn't be the one with this power. It should be somebody else. But there's nothing I can do about it now. The power is mine to use, and I'm gonna use it to figure out the truth about PvP Civilization. No matter how many times I die, if I keep coming back, I'll eventually make it to the bottom. And who knows,
that's the hope.
Maybe I might just get pretty good at PvP along the way.
Let's go.
And you're already improving,
All
so
right,
good
here
for
we
you,
go.
man.
It's time to escape PvP Civilization. And I know just how I'm gonna do it.
Let's make this easy. Just give me 1 PvP attack and I will leave. Please don't talk to me.
In PvP Civilization, if you don't pay your daily attack to the guards, it can cost you your
This guard
life,
is my favorite
which is what
character.
I'm
It's not
looking
even
for.
close.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna pay today.
Oh, and you started talking again. Of course. Alright, buddy. You know what's gonna happen if you don't pay your attack, right? Because I can promise you, a fight with a PvP guard is a fight you have no chance of winning.
Why?
Oh, yeah,
You don't
I
even have a
understand.
weapon.
I just don't feel like giving you an attack today.
Listen, buddy. This isn't a joke. Unless you're prepared for your life to end, pay an attack.
Yes, sir. I am prepared for my life to end right now. Wait, am I? 56 attacks left? Okay, nope, I'm definitely not ready. Just give me a second, I'll be right back. Oh, I can't believe I forgot to do the only thing that's keeping me alive. As far as I know, I'm the only one in PvP Civilization with this armor stand. And as long as I hit the armor stand 3 times, I'll come back to life. I don't know why I was given this power, but I do know that I'm gonna use it
He
to
has
escape
the
this
power.
place, which is why I'm doing this. All right, I'm ready. I've never seen anyone die by a PvP guard, but I now know it is possible. Lucky for me, dying was a part of my plan. This PvP guard didn't believe my story before about dying and coming back to life, which is why I have to convince him. Nice work, man.
Whoa, what the? How are you? You just...
I'm a ghost. I'm
died
haunting
like
you
that.
now.
I already told you I have the power to come back to life. So, once you're done wrapping your head around that, I'm gonna need your help, because I'm getting out of PvP Civilization.
This whole time you were telling the truth about coming back to life, huh? Man, I can't believe this. Wait, does that mean you actually have a girlfriend too?
No.
That's
No,
what
no,
I've
no,
been
no,
trying
no,
to
no.
tell you.
It's
Except
not
I am
true.
starting to think the relationship might be a little one-sided, considering she was the one who caused my death, and she didn't seem too hesitant about it.
Can we get?
discuss our relationship
We should
status
do like
when
an
I see her
Eppo
again.
death
Anyways,
counter.
there's 5
I think we're
levels
at
to
2 right
PvP
now.
Civilization,
Wait, no,
and
3.
I've only managed to make it to level 2.
So, can't you just keep dying until you get to the bottom level?
Well, yeah, it's probably gonna turn out that way.
If If that's the case, then what do you need my help for?
I need you to be there to open the doors when I rank up. I can't have all of the other guards seeing me respawn over and over again. The less people that know about my power, the better. And since we're pretty close, I trust you.
Whoa, what do you think you're doing? Look, I've been very open about not liking you, but you need to chill.
Relax, I'm helping you rank up to be a guard at level 2. At least I think I'm helping. I hit the PvP guard 2 more times, and all of a sudden, his helmet
GG's.
broke.
Well, would you look at that? My helmet's gone. I guess I can rank up now too.
Okay, just like I thought. When a guard's helmet breaks, they can rank up. That's why they're so willing to take extra
I'm curious
hits
what the
from players.
population of the of
Okay,
PvP civilization
I don't know if you have any
is.
other plans today, but
Considering
I'm
people are
ranking up right
dying
now,
like
so I kinda
constantly.
Need you to be there. I climbed down the ladder and made my way towards the wall, where I would rank up to a stone sword for the 3rd time in my life. Hopefully, this time will be the last. I said goodbye to the guard as he made his way over to, well, wherever they rank up.
I want to see
Hopefully
where
he'll be
they
there to get
go.
me on the second
I hope he
level,
goes there
and
soon.
I made my way over to the Red Gate, the one place you can go in PvP Civilization to increase your lifespan. As of now, my life is only as long as the amount of hits I have left with my wooden sword, which is only 59, but getting a stone sword increases your lifespan to 131 hits, which is why I need to go deeper in PvP
Now buy a chest
Civilization.
plate,
Who knows how long
buy
you can live
food,
if you have an iron
and
sword.
then you'll be
You
chilling.
can probably buy whatever you want down there without worrying about your sword breaking. Speaking of, I actually do need to buy something before level 2, and that
Yep,
is a
smart.
leather chest plate. Except I can't go to level 2 with a boring leather chest plate.
Oh my
gotta
goodness.
Get the green one. 5 extra attacks for added style? Yes, please. This leather chest plate would be the key to ranking up to an iron sword. I need to win 5 PvP battles to get to level 3, and having this chest plate is the best
I think
chance
he's
to
only
guarantee
won
my
one
survival.
battle. Oh
But
no,
at the
2.
end of the
He's
day,
wait no,
it's not about
1.
the
He's
armor
killed
you
1
wear.
so far.
It's about your PvP
I
skill.
think.
And if I'm not good enough to
Well,
get
no, he
5
killed 2, he
wins,
killed
well,
2.
then I'll just keep respawning
So he just needs 3
until
more.
I do. Because I'm gonna get out of PvP Civilization. I jumped down into the water and I was now at level 2. Alright, time to see if the PvP guard will uphold his end of the deal. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this PvP guard doesn't like me too much. Let's see, he bet on me to die, he basically called me unattractive, and he said I have an insane amount of plot armor, whatever that means.
I mean,
Wait,
it
why
is
can't I
true.
trust this guy? I waited at the door for a PvP
Yeah, for
guard
real.
to show up, and finally, the door opened.
Check this out. I'm officially a stone sword guard now. You know, you might
GG's.
be weird and have no friends, but I gotta give you credit for helping me out.
Okay, once again, that was unnecessary, but it doesn't matter. Let's go. This
I'm
was my
glad the
second
guard
time
is
making it
not
to
a
level 2,
once
and
a
I was
is a.
already
I'm
off to a
glad
better
the guard
start.
is
I
a
had chest
recurring
plate,
character.
And I had a guard on the inside who I could trust. At least I think so. Hey,
I wouldn't say
behind this
trust.
door right here. If you got me in there, there could be a shortcut to the bottom of PvP Civilization.
That would be a terrible idea. With the amount of guards in there, there's no chance you make it out alive going in there.
Okay, that could be a valid excuse, or the creator of this place has nothing built behind there and they're stalling for another episode. Alright, let's run this back.
What are the
I made
odds
it
that
back
he
to the
never
stone
expands
sword
on
level
that?
of PvP Civilization, and this time I wasn't gonna die at this level. Okay, actually I should not say that, but point is I'm making it further this time. If I can just get the woman's help, we can get out of here and
Yeah, she left, remember?
Well, that's just great. I am on my own. But you know what's not gone? My video journal machine. It's been a while since I've made an update. I should probably get back to that. I walked over and looked at the sign on the wall. I had 2 wins at the stone sword level of PvP Civilization, and
Alright, so I
would need
was right
3
about
more to
that.
rank up to an iron sword. As of now, I have 106 attacks left with my sword to get another victory. And over 100 attacks should be plenty to defeat an enemy. I mean, at least I hope so. If I can't defeat someone in over 100 attacks, I probably don't deserve to be here. Alright,
Agreed.
it's time to fight so I can get to the bottom of PvP
Bro, he's just start
Civilization.
chopping
My first
trees.
plan
There's
is to
like
go over
towering
to
up
the
to get on
PvP
top of the
marketplace.
tower.
If I'm gonna find someone, it's probably gonna be
Oh.
here. No way. This
Kill
game
him.
just got so much
Kill him.
better. Not for that guy, but for me. Let's go.
Oh,
So, good
yeah.
to see you again.
Looks like you can come back to life. Sorry about before.
No need to apologize. It was the obvious choice to make. I had to be the one to die. But anyways, I really think we should talk about things between me and you and our relationship.
The day you and I end up in a relationship will be the day my sword breaks, which means I'll be dead. So it's never happening.
Well, gotta respect the honesty. Look, all I'm saying is we live in a world where everyone is constantly fighting. So
That Bo's
what if
the most
the
down
solution
bad
is
person I've
love?
ever seen.
Yep, okay, I knew that didn't make any sense. Well, it looks like true love might not
With the
exist in
power of
PvP
friendship, we
Civilization
could do
after all.
anything.
Next video journal's gonna be sad.
Can you stop talking? Let's go.
Sorry, I thought you were just gonna keep walking. After facing the tough truth that I was single in PvP Civilization, we made it back up and went into the woman's room. I walked over and looked at the sign on the wall. No way, you already have 5 PvP victories? That's insane. You can rank up to become an iron sword. So what are you doing here still?
You have a power that can help us both. So get your 5 wins, because from here on out, ranking up as a team is the best way to survive.
All right, well, that I can do. I just need 3 more wins.
I think she's
Don't
using
worry,
you,
I'll
buddy.
Get right on it. Let's go. We got a lot of important stuff coming up in this adventure, so before I do anything, I have to update the video journal. All right, we are back at level 2 of PvP Civilization. I got a chestplate this time, so I'm already off to a better start. That is physically, at least. Emotionally, I don't know if I'm doing that good. I just found out that the love of my life isn't the love of my life. So that's always hard to hear, but what can you do?
What are you doing? I told you to get your 5 wins, not talk about being single.
I know. I know. Can I just finish this video journal, please?
I can't believe I have this joke for a teammate.
Okay, well,
Bro,
on
it's
that
your
note, it
room.
looks
You
like
can
I'm
kick her
being
out.
pressured to wrap this up, so let's get back to business. I need 3 more PvP wins to rank up to an Iron Sword. Now, I'm not the greatest at PvP, but I think I have a couple tricks up my sleeve that could get me these victories. Alright, until next time, signing off. Alright, there's gotta be someone in here. Let's just hope this works. Hello?
Who's there?
Pizza delivery.
I
Oh
did
my
order a
goodness.
pizza.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I have the
What
right
is this
room.
goofy
This is
voice?
definitely not gonna work.
Okay, I did order a pizza. Just leave it at the door, please.
No way it actually worked. Okay, I left the pizza here. I'm leaving now. All right, time to PvP.
Did you take my pizza?
Yeah, there's no pizza. Sorry, what even are you? Are you a rock?
My name's Gonk.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think this conversation would go on for this long, so I'm here to fight.
Gonk
I tried
is my
to ignore
favorite
the fact that I
character.
was fighting a literal rock and tried to focus on not dying. Luckily, my chestplate gave me just enough protection.
A rock
to
who
survive the
ordered
battle.
pizza.
I earned my 3rd victory, and the durability of my stone sword went back up to full. Just 2 more victories to go. Except before I can go into another fight, I need to get food from the
R.I.P.
PvP
Gonk.
marketplace. Surprisingly, I came back from the PvP marketplace with only food. For once in my life, I didn't buy every unnecessary thing there is to buy. I think it's safe to
Very
say that my
impressive.
shopping
It only took you
addiction
dying
is
like
getting
3
better.
times to
Now,
figure that
I
out.
need to find someone else to battle.
Excuse me?
Oh no, please don't have a chest plate.
Hey, look, I don't want to fight. I'm just looking for my friend Conk. Have you seen him?
Oh, this is gonna be weird.
We both just ranked up. He lives right across from me.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen him, but hey, if you show me a picture of him, I could probably help you find him.
He's a rock. He looks just like this.
Okay, so your friend, this Conk guy who I've never met, is a rock. I mean, I feel like I need to ask the obvious question, but how can you be sure this isn't him?
Well, yes, but no, it's not him. He's like a person.
I don't know. I mean, if you ask me, this looks like it could be him.
Conk's not around anymore, is he?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he's not around anymore. Alright, well, cameo's over. Time to fight. My second battle of the
Cameos
day
are-
has begun.
Oh, are
This
these
time
like
I
the
felt much
Epo
stronger in the
clones?
battle, and I managed
Because
to
I've seen a
win
lot of
the
the
fight with
people
5.5 hearts
doing
left.
this
I
kind
had
of stuff,
4
so I
wins
think
under
these
my
2
belt,
might have
and
been
I only needed
clones.
1 more to rank up. Let's go. Let's get this 5th win and rank up to an Iron Sword. Wait, what the? At that moment, I realized I picked the wrong person to fight for my 5th victory.
Dead already.
But the good news is I am practically immortal in PvP Civilization, so I can always try again. Man, those were some good combos you had in that fight.
What the? I just defeated you. How are you back?
I really don't know. Hopefully I'll get the answer at the end of the story, though. 2 hits later, I had my 5th victory
Dang.
as a stone sword. Just a little bit ago, I thought I would never be able to get 5 victories. But now I'm here. I can't believe this. We're actually gonna get to level 3 of PvP Civilization.
Well then, let's get going. There's no time to waste.
You are absolutely right. There's no time to waste, which is why
Oh my
I need
goodness.
to update the video journal right now. And this time, it's not gonna be me doing the update. It's gonna be you.
Are you serious? I just said we don't have time to waste. I'm not doing this.
Look, we don't know.
Well,
what's
it's not
gonna
like you're on
happen
a
at level
timer,
3. This
so I don't
might be
think it
your last
matters.
chance ever to do a video journal update.
Fine.
All right, just say your thoughts and your feelings.
I think that this machine is a complete waste of money, and I think
Dang.
no one wants to hear every single thought you have at any given moment.
Preach.
Not bad.
Preach.
Just gotta add an intro next time, like, hey, what's up?
This is ridiculous. I'm not doing this anymore. If you're still talking in 30 seconds, I'm sending you back to level 1.
Aw, man. Well, at least we got something out of her. All right, I guess I'm down to 30 seconds. Both the woman and I are about to rank up to become Iron Swords in PvP Civilization. We know nothing about
Still
what
has not
levels are
asked
on the
of
layer
what her
below
name
us.
is. That is
It's only
actually
a matter
crazy.
of time before we find out how long Iron Swords can live for. The thing is that I'm gonna be
I
the
mean,
one to
it's
find
probably
out
like
first
double
because
or
I'm going
triple
in
of
alone.
stone,
Both
right?
the woman and I agree
If I had
that
to guess.
since I have the ability to come back to life, I should be the one to go in alone. And if I'm not back in 5 minutes, she'll rank up herself. But if things go poorly, which I'm not gonna lie, things usually don't go as planned here, I can come back to life and both the woman and I can rank up together so we can face whatever threat lies beyond this door. Alright, well, that's the plan. Hopefully a video journal machine exists at level 3 because I need to make more updates. Signing off. I walked into the hallway.
I guarantee there's a video journal machine in each level. And it's gonna be like his little thing that he does. Always buys one.
I walked through the doors and my stone sword transformed into an iron sword. This was the beginning of an entirely new life in PvP Civilization. Okay, it looks like there are things to buy here before going to level 3. I just gotta remind myself that every swing of my sword counts.
Is he gonna buy everything in the shop again?
I walked over to the hole in the middle of the room. Once I jump down, I'll be at level 3, and there's no coming back. That is, unless I die, but I kinda don't want that to be the new norm. I went over to the armor stands to see what items were available to
That's
buy.
worth it. That is worth it for sure.
Attacks.
Yeah, that is worth it.
Seems expensive, but
it's
how
worth
many
it.
attacks do I even have? I swung at the armor stand once and looked down at my sword.
Yeah,
to see
worth
that
it.
my life
Worth.
was now
Worth.
250
Worth.
attacks long. This is
So it
insane.
is
I
double.
bought a
So each
chestplate
sword
for
is like
50
double of what
attacks,
the
and
last
my
one
life
is.
Still 200 PvP attacks long. Oh man, imagine how long people live for at level 4 or even level 5. All right, what do we got over here? Green iron chestplate. Oh, okay. I'm
Oh my
definitely already
goodness.
making a bad decision. Let me do the math. 200.
Wait, how do you get a
75,
green
doesn't
iron
sound like it
chestplate?
Anyways, let's go. Look, I'm not proud of these purchases, but
Oh.
committing to the EVBO brand and always wearing green is very important to me. Unfortunately, me buying multiple chest plates kind of opened the gates to buy more stuff. A water
Oh
bucket
my
sounds
goodness.
cool. A flint and steel also sounds very cool. The toughest decision I've ever had to make in my life. A video journal machine or a PvP mansion. Okay, I've decided. I'm getting the PvP mansion.
He doesn't have any
go back
attacks
and
left,
get a
he's
new
gonna
video
die.
journal machine, and then and my brand new iron sword already broke. Man, how does that happen so fast? Okay, my excuse is I died in a very intense PvP battle.
Look, buddy, you keep dying every 5 minutes. I'm gonna have to rethink our arrangement.
Look, I'm trying, man, okay? Conditions are tough at level 3. I mean, you've never been there. You wouldn't know.
Please just get better.
Sorry, I'll try to die.
Just get
Hey,
better.
Hold up. Random question. Are we friends?
No. What on earth would make you think we're friends? I literally only care about ranking up, and you happen to be the best option.
Yeah, for real,
I guess
bro
I
is
can live with
preying
that.
on your
I'm just trying to
downfall.
figure out if the woman and I are friends. I don't even know what makes a friend, to be honest.
Well, for starters, friends usually know each other's names. Why would we be friends? You don't even know my
Yeah,
name.
Whoa,
exactly.
whoa, whoa. That goes both ways. You don't even know my name, and you've never asked.
Your name is EVBO. You literally have a floating name tag above your head.
People can see that? Weird, I guess. It's kind of
Well,
like this entire
then
thing
where's
revolves
yours?
around me. All right, well, thanks for that. Maybe I'll ask you your name sometime in
Break
the
the
future.
fourth wall
But right
some
now,
more.
I have some serious explaining to do. Let's see how this goes. Okay, I'm just gonna lay everything out there. I don't want to hold anything back. I don't want to scare you. It's very dangerous. There are a lot of enemies behind the wall.
So that means you bought a bunch of stuff you didn't need and broke your sword, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I mean, I wasn't lying. In my case, armor stands are dangerous. After my first run, I
Bruh.
lost my privilege to get an iron sword by myself. So this time, I'm going with the woman. I'm a little scared because she's personally overseeing everything that
Are
I
you
buy
not gonna
before I
ask what her
upgrade,
name
but
is even
in
after the
all honesty,
conversation
I
with the
probably
guard?
need the supervision. Both of us now had iron swords in our hands, and we were ready to go to the next level of PvP Civilization. The woman decided to get herself an iron chestplate, which makes sense considering this is her one and only life. However, my request to get a green iron chestplate again was denied, with
Yep.
the potential punishment being death by the woman's sword, so that was off the table. Look, just think about it. If it's 100 attacks, it has to be awesome.
This isn't just affecting your life, you know. We need to survive, and a PvP mansion doesn't help with that.
Well,
No,
I mean,
one
it is
might
better
argue that the PvP
accommodations.
mansion could help us survive. Okay. I'm not gonna get it. I promise I'm not gonna get it.
Out of all the people it could have been,
The second
power of
she
immortality
leaves,
went to the
he's gonna
shopping
get it.
addict.
All right, level 3. Here we go.
Oh yeah, she's
You're
gonna
ready.
jump and,
You
and then
I'll
he's
be
gonna
right
go and
behind
pay
you.
for
When
it.
we get
Yep,
to the bottom,
I knew it.
Be ready to fight.
He's
Let's
gonna buy
go.
the mansion.
Okay,
I
she
know
can't
he
come
is.
back up.
Yep,
Now
I
it's
knew
time
it.
to get my video journal machine.
I knew
promised
it.
I wouldn't get the mansion, but to live in PvP Civilization without the video journal machine, I would rather
That's a
die.
waste.
All right, now I'm ready for real. My life as an iron sword in PvP Civilization starts now. I jumped into the hole and landed in a giant pool of water, just like
Okay,
at the stone
okay.
sword level. All right, no enemies, no people with iron swords. That's a good sign.
Do I need to ask why it took you an extra 30 seconds to get down here?
No, you don't need to. I mean, you can. You're just not going to get an answer you like.
The fact that I could have died over a video journal machine is ridiculous.
Trust me, once you see the videos that come out later about my life in PvP Civilization, you'll understand the vision. We walked to the end of the tunnel, but something was different about this level. There were no PvP guard doors blocking the way out. The path was open, and we were free to go on through into Civilization. Okay, well, no point in waiting any longer. I followed the woman until we got to the ladder at the end.
I wonder
of the
how
tunnel.
different
The
this is
door
gonna
was
look.
open,
Oh,
and
they've
we
upgraded to
stepped
spruce
into
trees,
level 3
okay.
of
And
PvP
flowers.
Civilization.
Yeah, but I was
Everywhere
definitely
looked,
right
there
about
were
that
trees
theory.
that
There's
I've never
the
seen
iron
before,
level.
and the walls of PvP
So next one's
Civilization were
gold
filled in
and then
with white
diamond, I
rocks,
assume.
letting us know that we had made it to the Iron Sword level. So what now? There's no PvP guards anywhere. All of a sudden, both
Oh,
the
he's
woman
getting
and I were
jumped.
ambushed by a
It's
player with
Konk!
an iron
It's
sword.
Konk! It's Gonk.
But after
Oh.
hitting us both one time, the player just left. What just happened? Am I crazy, or did that person just speak?
I don't think
with
that's Konk.
sword noises. I am so
Speak with
confused.
sword
I
noises.
apologize for him. He was
Parrot!
testing to
Oh
see
my
if either
goodness.
one of you were the chosen one. But
The chosen
legends say
one.
that the chosen one is too powerful to be touched by a sword. So I guess that rules the both of you out.
Okay, what is going on? If you're looking for a fight, just remember it's a 2v1, so I would think carefully about what you're gonna do.
Relax. The iron swords of PvP Civilization don't fight. This is a level of peace. You two are safe and are free to live long lives here.
Wait, the Iron Sword people don't fight? Okay, wait, why did that guy sound like a sword?
That guy speaks PvP.
He speaks PvP.
Did I just hear that
So
right?
they have their
I
own
suggest you both
languages
claim
down
the house
here.
for yourselves. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to visit my mansion and we can talk.
And with
Oh,
that,
so
the
he is a
mysterious
mansion.
player ran away,
I
leaving
wonder
us
how
to
like
question
luxurious this
everything he
mansion's
just
gonna be.
told us.
Or just gonna be
Okay,
like
that
a
was
slightly
lot of
bigger room
information,
like the
but
last
I
two
can tell we're
levels.
thinking the exact same thing. How do we learn how to speak PvP?
What? No? More like who or what is the chosen one?
Right. Yeah, that was probably second.
I think
on my list of
Eppo's the chosen
questions.
one.
Just like the player told us, the woman and I climbed up the ladder to find 2 open rooms at the top. It looked like once again we were living across from each other, so I had the added protection.
The luck
but
is
did I even
crazy.
need protection if no one fights here? Why would people not fight at the Iron Sword level of PvP Civilization? After
'Cause
hitting
they're
the armor
smart.
stand and closing my door, I had claimed this house as
I
my
guess they're
own,
just
but something
content.
was different. This house didn't have a sign next to my name saying how many victories I had. It looks like people don't fight at this level after all. Life was getting super confusing, so of course when that
I bet so you
happens,
kinda
the
found
last
your,
thing
like,
to do is
best
to vent your
level,
thoughts and
it
talk
looks
to
like.
yourself. The Iron Sword level of PvP Civilization was nothing like I expected. I thought this would be the most dangerous level so far, yet that player told me we're safe to live long lives here. While that sounds nice, I'm concerned with the fact that there was no mention about the next layer. So my next questions are, what is the next level and can I even reach it? Well, the only way I'm gonna find out answers is
Well, I
by
mean, you're the
exploring.
main character, so I think
signing
you
up
will
again.
get
I
to the
walked
next
out from my
area.
room, and for the first time at this level, I saw a PvP guard. Wait, don't go. I need to ask you a couple questions. Wait, hold on. You're the guard that I bribed at the Stone Sword level. I see you ranked up now. Congrats.
Oh yeah, thanks man. I couldn't have done it without you.
This is such a
Congrats
nicer
yourself for
guard.
Getting an iron sword. So, what do you want to know?
All right, well, give me the rundown. Is there a daily PvP attack I need to do?
Let me guess, you're
How
gonna have
do I
to
get
bribe
the
him?
Next level. Just anything I need to know about this level, I'll take.
Well, you're in luck. I got good answers for you. No daily PvP attack, no requirements
Oh.
to rank up to the next level. The only thing that's
Wow.
really expected of you is to pay respects to the Chosen One over through that door. It's not mandatory, but everyone here believes in the Chosen One. If you don't pay your respects, people might not like you because of it, but that's pretty much it. Alright, I'll catch you later.
So
Okay.
no daily PvP attacks, no requirements to rank up to the next level, and the only thing
So you just need to,
expected
like,
is
purchase
pay
food.
respects
And you don't even
this
have to pay
so-called
respects to the
Chosen One?
statue.
What is the Chosen One? I walked through the door the guard told me about, and I looked upon a massive statue in the middle of the room. I have no idea what's going on, but already
That building
2
isn't
people
centered
today
and
have
it is
told me
really
something
messing with my
about the
OCD.
Chosen One. I walked around the statue and I saw a staircase on the back side of it, so I made my way over. When I went over, I saw someone with
It's
a green
Konk.
chest plate going towards the top.
Why do I keep
So
saying
I
Konk?
decided to follow them
I meant
up. When I
Gonk.
got to the top, I
That
realized
it's not.
that the person standing there was the same person who attacked the woman and I when we both ranked up. And
It's
all
this
he did
guy.
was swing at
He's
an
a chill
armor stand.
guy.
Hey, excuse me, what were you just doing up here? Did you buy something with that armor stand? What is that for? Okay, I don't speak PvP. Okay, I don't even know.
Can we
what
get, like,
that's
a
supposed to
Google
mean.
Translate
I
for this
walked over
guy?
to the armor stand myself to see what it was. Is this what the guard meant about paying respects to the Chosen One? Maybe
I
this
assume
armor
so.
stand is the Chosen One. I don't know. Well, I have 177 swings left.
Maybe you're the
so
Chosen
I guess I
One.
can spare one. I swung once at the armor stand that may or may not be the Chosen One. That's unconfirmed as of right now, and nothing happened. So that's one wasted PvP attack, but it's okay because I have a lot left. I went through a second
So you're
door
just like
and I
free to
realized
go to
that
the
this
next
was
level?
the direction the player told me to go to find him at his mansion. The only question is, where are the PvP mansions? No way that's the PvP mansion up there. They say
Oh,
PvP doesn't buy
yo.
happiness, but all I'm saying is, if I lived on the top floor like this, well, let's just say I don't think PvP Civilization would continue, because I think I would just stay here forever. Hello? Anyone here? I heard the swing of a sword and the door opened.
This is already a
First
nicer
time
place.
seeing a PvP mansion, I take it? Be my guest. Have a look around.
Oh, I most certainly will. No way. Double bed, open floor plan.
It's a
video
pretty
journal.
nice
Oh, man,
place.
this can't get any better than. And it has a pool.
He has a
And it
pool.
has a pool.
He has
I
a pool,
actually
literally
need it.
perfect.
I actually don't think I've seen anything this great. Please tell me.
This is
how
like
the
a
pool is. It
real
has to be
PvP
great, right?
mansion.
Is it heated?
We live in a world where we're forced to fight the people we care about in exchange for survival. Having this luxury doesn't put my mind at ease.
Whoa, that
Then why do you have it?
really fast? Jeez, I was just asking about the pool. Okay, time for real questions. Why are we safe here? Why aren't people fighting each other to get to level 4?
Because no one survives at level 4.
Oh,
Someone
dang, what's the
survives
lore?
level 4?
Can we get some lore on that?
What's so different about down there than any of the other levels?
Ranking up to a gold sword would be throwing your life away. Your life is diminished to all of 30 hits, and one misplaced PvP attack is all it takes to
Yeah,
end it,
I don't like
which
how
is
gold is
why
so
we
bad.
wait for the chosen one to
Like, I feel
guide
like
us
gold should
forward.
be
Who
as
is
good as
this
iron,
chosen one?
if not
Okay,
a
am I
little bit
following
better
you?
or
I
a
guess
little
I'm
bit
following you.
worse.
The player that went by the name
Gold
of
should honestly be
led me
better
back into
than
the room
iron.
I was just in
Like, should
before.
be
He
slightly
said
better.
that this was the chosen one.
The chosen one is said to have an unbreakable sword, a never-ending life to lead us all out of this
Oh, a
nightmare.
netherite
The
sword.
chosen one has a never-ending life. You seriously got all that just by looking at this statue?
It's written in the stone. The chosen one will be born at the wooden sword level.
Prove it.
Barrett
Where is
mentioned
it?
at the head
Where is
that
it
was
written?
carved into the rock. The head that was made out of wood. I couldn't help but think about the obvious. I was born at the wooden sword level, and I can come back to life. There's no possible way that the chosen one is me, right? But if it is, and people find out that I am the chosen one, I don't even know what I'd be getting myself into.
They're just
Man,
gonna, like,
chosen
farm
one,
you.
That seems like a big responsibility. Just glad it's not me, right?
Yeah, that's right. We already went over the fact that it can't be you. The chosen
Dang.
one is said to be the best at PvP.
Okay, well, let's not jump to conclusions, okay? I'm sure the Chosen One has had some off days at PvP, if they're out there. Okay, if I actually am the Chosen One, I'm gonna need to get much better at PvP. I don't get it. I mean, even if getting past the gold sword level is nearly impossible, isn't it worth the risk to at least try? I mean, shouldn't we all be trying to get out of here?
At the end of the day, what do we know?
I mean,
about
this seems
life
like a nicer
outside?
place, 'cause in this place you don't attack,
maybe
and the
life in here
mansions
is
are
a
actually
gift and
good.
shouldn't be taken for granted.
And with that, Parrot ascended into his mansion, leaving
Yeah,
me to
honestly,
think
Parrot
about the
is
unanswerable
speaking
question.
facts,
Is
I'm not
life
even gonna lie.
outside of these walls better than it is in here? But as
Probably
I thought it over,
not.
the more I realized that that can't be the case.
It's just some kinda
Because
like
I know
nuclear
that a life of
wasteland.
resorting to violence to survive could never be a gift.
But you don't do that in
The
here.
so-called chosen one is so good at PvP that they can never be hit by a sword. Evidently, I am not at that level yet. All right, we're good, I'm gonna die. Good practice, though. I feel like I'm getting better. Okay, you owe me some golden carrots now. While the rest of the people with iron swords are content with staying at this level forever, I am not. Which is why I'm practicing. You sure practicing is a good idea? I mean, at this point, you're just wasting hits with your sword. And that is your one and only life.
If the gold sword level is as hard as they say, I need to be better.
She was right. Parrot
True.
said that no one ever makes it past level 4. Whatever life is like down there is something completely different than anything we've seen in PvP Civilization. The problem
Well, I
with
mean,
that
how does
is
Parrot
how
know
do
they
you prepare
don't,
for something that
how
you
does
know
Parrot know
nothing
they
about?
die?
But I think I have
Like,
the
they could just
solution.
be
I think
surviving
I'm
down
done
there.
waiting. As long as I have the gift of coming back to life, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna go through the red gate and get my gold sword. Everyone at this level seems to be on the same page, and that they're all waiting for the chosen one to guide them forward. Maybe
Okay,
I am the chosen
Anakin.
one, and they're waiting for me to do what I'm about to do. But
Bro,
even
you
if
are
I'm
not
the
Anakin
chosen one,
Skywalker,
the
bro.
answer is clear
Also,
to me.
anybody who
There's no
debates me on
requirement to rank
Anakin
up to a
not
golden
being the
sword,
chosen
so
one
there's
and
no
instead
reason
being
to
Luke
keep
is
staying
just
here.
wrong,
Also,
and you're free to
another
fight me in
random
the
thought I just
comments.
had, there's really no reason to close my door if no one at the Iron Sword level fights. I guess I'll save the extra attack. Alright, well,
True.
time for the FBO tradition of video journaling right before I rank up to the
I'm
next
looking at the
level.
capture, it
So,
said
I'm
F,
about
bro.
to enter level 4 of PvP Civilization. Am I scared of dying? I mean, not really, because I should come back to life. Am I scared of potentially being the chosen one? Definitely. If the entirety of PvP Civilization is counting on me to be their savior, I don't know if I'm good enough to do that. Well, At least not yet. Also, what happens if I let these people down? I mean, everyone here worships the Chosen One. If I let them down, there's a very real chance they could turn on me, or something worse, I don't know. Probably best to not think about it. But anyways, if I die at the Golden Sword level, I definitely am getting a PvP mansion when I get back. Well, that
yeah, honestly, that's like the one good mansion that there is down here.
Figure out why no one's been able to get past level 4, and if I die, I'll come back and try again. Alright, long update today. Wait, why does this say share? Didn't know video journal machines could get updates. Okay, I hit share. I don't know what happens now. Wait, maybe someone outside of PvP Civilization can see it. Alright, I don't know. It's probably nothing. Hey, you didn't happen to get a copy of my video journal, did you? No? No? Okay. Well, it's time to go. If anyone says anything about where I've gone, just say I'm trying to learn how to speak PvP somewhere privately. I don't know. Just make up whatever you want.
Hey, good luck down there.
Hey, before I go, I've never asked you this, but what is your name?
Wow, I'll try to forget the fact that it
How is he not? Yeah, for real.
But I'm Tabby.
Tabby. Okay, well, I got my first friend in PvP Civilization.
I never said anything about being friends. You know nothing about me. You literally just learned my name. Why would we be friends?
Well, that's
Dang.
not what the guard said. Okay, whatever. We'll talk about it when I get back. I made my way.
The guard
over
just
to
said
the
that you
red
can't
gate,
be
the
friends
one
unless you know
wall in
someone's
PvP
name. That doesn't mean that you're
Civilization
automatically their friend
symbolizes
if you know their
ranking up.
name.
When I got over to the armor stand, I only hit it once and the door already opened. It turns out that the intel I had was correct. There are no requirements to rank up to a golden sword. If there were, well, then I wouldn't have been able to get through these doors. But sure enough, I was through the red gate, and I saw the golden entryway that would allow my iron sword to transform into a golden sword. If what Parrot said was correct, getting this golden sword means that my lifespan will be shortened. I no longer have the luxury of living for 250 attacks. I now have to survive with half the amount of attacks I would have had as a wooden sword. So,
Yeah,
I'm
you
about
might
to
be
enter
cooked.
level 4 of PvP
Yo.
Civilization. Am I scared of dying? I
How
mean,
is he
not
able
really,
to
'cause I
view
should come
his
back to
video
life.
journal
Am I scared of
machine?
potentially being the chosen one? Definitely. In the hallways before level 4, I noticed something different. There were no armor stands to buy anything to prepare for the level below.
Well, yeah,
No
because
food,
if you
no
spent
armor,
that,
and
then
no
you'd
video
be like
journal
fully
machine,
out of
which is
attacks.
probably for the best, if I'm being honest. This golden sword would be the only thing I can take down to level 4. That means that the only thing that will determine my survival is my PvP skill. Supposedly, the
So,
only way to
you're
survive
basically
at the
cooked
golden
is what
sword
I'm
level
hearing.
is to make every single attack count. So that's what I have to do. Well, that about sums up everything.
Why share this with me?
My descent into level 4 begins now. I jumped off the ledge with hopes that I'd find out why no one makes it past
Oh.
level 4. And
I
within a few
think we
seconds,
know
already
why.
figured out
I
why.
think we know
woke
why.
up
Yep.
back in my bed at level 1 of PvP Civilization. For once, I didn't die in battle. I didn't die by
Today on the Legends of L'Oreal, the Infallible Foundation Flyers. How did they stay so fresh?
buying stuff I didn't need, but I died from fall damage. In every other level of PvP Civilization, there's water at the bottom to break your fall. But
So, is he gonna have to, like, buy...
is impossible.
He
No
could
one
buy a
could
water
possibly
bucket in the
survive
Iron
fall,
Sword
which is
area,
why
and then use
everyone
that
thinks
for the
getting
gold.
past level 4 is
Yep,
impossible.
I just
The
cracked the
truth
code
is that
already.
people don't even make it to level 4 to begin with. And the only reason I know that is because I have the power to come back to life.
And apparently
I couldn't
Parrot,
help
because
but
he
think
knows
about
the
all
same
the
thing
people that
somehow.
thought they were ranking up, but they never had a chance in the first place. Because PvP Civilization was designed to never
It's
make it to
rigged.
the bottom.
It's
which is
literally,
why
it's
I
like
need to use
gambling.
my power
Trust
to
me, I
find
know a
out
lot
why.
about that.
I'm gonna go to
Do
the
not
Golden Sword
gamble,
level,
kids.
Figure out why no one's been able to get past level 4, and if I die, I'll come back and try again.
If Evbo's the chosen one, then he'll have to die.
Yeah, he's died like
PvP
6 times,
Civilization
bro.
has 5 levels,
Keep up with the
each
lore,
level
bro.
giving
Keep
you
up
a
with the
better sword,
series.
allowing you to live a longer life. That's what I thought, at least, until I realized that this whole place was built upon a lie. Whatever this place is, people weren't meant to get to the last level. Everyone in here still believes that there's a way out, but they don't know the truth. People use up their sword swings buying items they think will help them survive, or buying items that are purely for entertainment, if you know, you know. But whatever happens, the path to level 4 is a path that leads to death. And the only way I know that is because I am the chosen one of PvP Civilization.
Bro is literally
Only I
Anakin
have the power to
Skywalker.
come back to life, which is why I'm the only one who knows that trying to get a golden sword is impossible. No one can survive the fall. As of now, that is. But I'm gonna change that because I'm escaping
technically,
this
he
place.
did get a
I'm telling
golden
you the
sword.
truth, man. I dropped down to level 4 and there was no water at the bottom. I just died to fall damage. It just doesn't make sense. This place is already a nightmare. Why make it impossible to escape?
Part of me wants to ask if you just missed the water at the bottom, because you know, you're not that bright. But I believe you, and that concerns me.
Look, I brought this up last episode. I'm gonna give it a shot again. I think the way to get to level 4 has to be through the PvP guard doors. Unless, of course, the creator is
Oh, he
still
actually
solid.
did bring that
We
up.
already went over this. Someone with a sword will never be able to beat someone with a shield. And that's one person. In there, all the guards will be on you in seconds. And what about me, huh? You might be able to come back to life. But what about my life?
You know what? I'm done with the excuses. Just tell me straight up, does the creator of this place have anything built behind that door?
No,
Alright, fine.
way too
I
lazy.
wasn't supposed to say anything, but there's nothing built behind the door yet. The creator strategically hides certain areas to allow him to continue building throughout the series.
I knew it! I knew there was nothing built behind the door. We all knew, really. It was pretty obvious.
But
Yep.
rest assured, it's being built right now, and it should be shown later this episode.
So, what do you think?
Oh,
We'll
okay.
probably get to see in, like, what, 10, 15 minutes from now, right?
Oh yeah, I would say a safe 15 minutes, depending on how the plot goes.
Let's go! This is what we need from now
Let me guess,
on,
the
you know?
episode
Meeting
isn't 15
audience
minutes?
expectations. No shortcuts. Alright, but let's get back to business. I quickly ranked back up to an Iron Sword, with the hopes of this time finding a way to actually survive the trip to the Golden Sword level. Now that I know that people don't fight at the Iron Sword level, I don't need to spend any attacks on armor. Just one of the perks of coming back to life, I guess. Wait, but now I also know how insanely awesome the PvP mansions were. Look, the
Oh
second I
my.
stepped foot in
Honestly,
Earth's
it's
mansion,
worth it.
I
It's
knew I
worth
was
it.
gonna get
You're
one,
not
so
gonna
let's
have
just
the
get
Iron
it
Sword
over
for that
with.
long.
I spent 100 PvP attacks and picked up a PvP mansion key. Am I scared of Tabby's reaction when she finds out I bought this? Yes, very much so. It's very likely she'll start attacking me, and I might find myself back in this exact spot in a few minutes. But
Probably.
At the end of the day, I'll get an indoor pool, and that's all that really matters. Okay, but setting the pool aside for a second, I need to start thinking about the important stuff. Like, why there's no water to jump into at the Golden Sword level. If it was truly impossible to rank up, then why are all of us in PvP Civilization in the first place? It just doesn't make
just be
sense.
how it
There
is.
has to be a way to keep going, and I'm guessing it's through the guard doors, but I guess we have to wait 10 to 12 minutes for that. Oh, my patience is running out. It's like, come on, if you're gonna make a multi-part series, just have everything built beforehand. By the looks of it, no one saw me attempt to get a gold sword, which is good, because I can't have people knowing I'm the chosen one. I would try to rank up again to see if
Whenever
I
I
can find a
hear
way
him
down,
call
but
himself the
there are
chosen
just a
one, I
couple of
cannot
things I need
get
to do
Anakin
first.
Skywalker
Number
from
one,
Star
I need to
Wars
make
out
sure
of my
no one
head.
stole my video journal machine while I was gone.
Nobody
Oh,
would
thank
steal
you,
your
it's still
video
here.
journal
Okay.
machine, bro.
That was the most important thing. Number 2, talk to Tabby, my only friend in PvP Civilization, who is always really disappointed in me, likes to point out all of my flaws. maybe
That's
gets
literally
too
just
often.
Why
everybody.
can't you ever
That's
start off a
literally just
conversation
everybody.
normally? All right, tell me what happened. What's the Golden Sword level like?
Right. Well, I didn't actually make it to the Golden Sword level. And before you say anything, no, I did not break my sword buying a bunch of stuff I didn't need.
Because there wasn't anything
any
there.
water to break my fall at the bottom. I jumped down.
When is he
and
gonna figure out there was a
instantly died
water
from fall
bucket in the
damage.
last
I didn't
one?
even get the
I have
chance
good
to
memory.
See what it looked like down there. I don't know.
I'm
maybe
big brain.
I missed something.
I have to ask this. You sure you didn't just miss the water? I mean, if someone were to do it, it would be you.
What? No, I didn't. That's also the second time I've heard that today, which is not helping my self-esteem.
There has to be something you missed. I doubt we're being put through all of this just to be stopped at level 3. You have to keep trying.
Technically
As long
it's
as I can
level
keep coming
4.
back to life, I'm gonna keep trying to find a way down. The good news is that I now know PvP Civilization goes deeper, so at least we know there's something beneath us. I'll keep trying. I just have to do one very, very important thing first. I can't say what it is, but let's just say it's a matter of life and death.
So, buying a PvP mansion is a matter of life and death?
Okay, I guess I'm more predictable
I
than I
mean,
thought. Well, yes,
really?
if you're materialistic like I am, then having a mansion is really that important. There
Fair
are
enough.
a lot of unspoken things about PvP Civilization. One of them
Where
being
is
no
the
one
other
tells you
mansion?
where to find your mansion when you buy it. You kind of just have to look around until you find it. I wonder how many people at the Iron Sword level actually have PvP mansions. So far, all I know is Parrot having one.
He's
which
probably
begs
the only one,
question,
since we've
how
only seen
did you
2
buy a
people in
PvP
the
mansion? I
civilization.
guess I'm not the only materialistic one in here. Let's go. I went into a new section of the Iron Sword level, and I saw another PvP mansion way up at the top. Like I said, the rules of PvP Civilization are kind of up in the air, so I don't really know if anyone owns this or not. But as far as I could tell, there was no one living here.
You're
I
just
put the
breaking
key
into
to the
someone's
PvP
home.
mansion in my left hand, and all of a sudden, the door opened. The key was gone from my inventory, and by the looks of it, I was now the owner of one of the most luxurious places in PvP Civilization. Look, I know I'm the chosen
Honestly,
one,
yeah.
and that comes with a lot of responsibilities, you know, having to save everyone in here, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think it's a crazy thing to say that the chosen one needs a double bed.
He has a double
couch,
bed, yeah.
and an indoor pool to stay relaxed. After all, I need a clear head if I'm gonna save the world. I'm
Hey,
not
that
gonna
just be
lie,
how it
this
is.
pool is making me think that life in PvP Civilization isn't actually that
Is he gonna
bad.
drown?
Okay, I need to get out
I
of
thought he
here.
was about to
What am I
drown.
thinking? Life is terrible in here. All right, let's focus up, find a way down to the golden sword
Honestly,
level,
in the
and let's make sure that I'm
Iron
looking
Sword
fresh, because
level,
I'm gonna be logging
life
all
is
this in my
actually pretty
brand new
good. So
video
if I
killing
was in this
machine.
position,
Yo, we
I would
are
honestly
back
just
with
stay at the
another
Iron Sword
update,
level.
of course. You might notice the background looks a little different, and that would be because I got myself a PvP
It's because
man.
I'm rich
Only
now,
cost 100
guys.
swings, nothing much. But anyways, I'm gonna give another shot at ranking up to a golden sword. Despite what Tabby and the other guard thinks, I am pretty confident I did not miss the water at the bottom. But in the off chance that I did, I'll be able to double check this time. Now that I'm anticipating that there won't be water at the bottom, I'm looking for anything that could possibly be a clue as to how to survive the fall. Well, I guess I'll let
There
you
was a
guys
water
know how it
bucket in the
goes
last
after
level.
I probably die again. Signing off. I looked at the drop to level 4 to see if I possibly missed anything from last time, but I didn't see anything. I even took a look around the other 4 entrances to see if there was a secret path or anything like that. But as far as I could tell, the giant hole in the middle of the
Why
room
are there
was the
4
only
different
way down.
entrances?
Alright, well, it looks like I'm not gonna find anything else, so the only thing left to do is to jump. I was beginning to doubt my memory, and I thought that maybe there was actually water at the bottom, but
Nope.
just like I remember, no water. We are back with another update, so I'll fill you in on what happened. To sum it up, I died a lot of times.
How long is it gonna
still
take
did
this
not
guy
find
to
a way
remember
the
that there
golden
was
sword level.
water?
It got to the point where I was trying some pretty unconventional stuff. Hold on, every time I've jumped so far, I've jumped forward. What happens if I go backwards? I'll save you the details. The backwards jump did not exactly work. I'm a little ashamed to admit this, but that wasn't the only unconventional jump I tried. I think I'm
He tried to do a
onto something. What if
360.
this time I
He
go
tried-
for a 360?
Yep, I knew it.
Why does this
I
feel
knew it.
familiar? Yeah, the 360 wasn't
A callback.
really a good idea. I don't know why I even tried it.
I
But
love all the
nevertheless,
callbacks.
I am still determined to
Oh,
find a way
no.
down there. Hopefully, I'll find the way down soon, because I don't want people knowing that I'm the chosen one. I don't really know what would happen if they found out. All right,
There's
well,
only 2
hopefully
people who
something
live here.
changes
You'll be
soon.
fine.
Signing off. I'm telling
Considering
you, I
it's a
jumped so
2v2,
many
you'll be
times. I
fine.
jumped backwards, I did a 360. It's just not possible. I don't know what I'm missing, and I promise you I'm not missing the water.
Can you be serious and stop parkouring? If we don't figure this out, we'll die at this level.
I can't help it. It's left over from the last series. But you're right. This is serious. We need
Yep.
to get to level
Right,
4.
keep breaking
I
the
have
4th
a
wall,
feeling that
Lefbo.
Getting to the golden sword level will completely change our understanding of this place, given the fact that no one's actually made it there.
Hold on. You know all of that useless stuff you always buy whenever you rank up and get a new sword?
Yep, I am quite familiar with my purchases, yes. But before you roast me again, I promise you I only bought a mansion this time.
Well, aren't you disciplined? What I'm trying to say is that maybe there's a chance that all of those items aren't useless after all. There could be something to buy that's needed.
Like
to
the
rank
water
up.
bucket he
Wait,
talked about
you
like
might be
2
onto
episodes
something.
ago.
What did I buy when I went on my first shopping spree? A green chest plate, a flint and steel, and no way, I got a water bucket.
Yep.
I can't believe I didn't think of that before. You are a genius. So, I need to get back there somehow. I guess you can do the honors. After a few critical hits with the sword, I died and came back to the shopping area before the iron sword level. For the very first time in my life in PvP Civilization, I was actually
They finally
encouraged to buy
realized it.
things. Granted, this thing could help me.
I'm
and
actually so
everyone
smart
else
for
in here
figuring this
survive
out
and
so
escape this place,
so much
but
earlier
it
than
still
they
feels
did.
pretty good not having to feel bad about a purchase. I can't believe I didn't think about this solution to
Low-key,
begin
I
with.
wouldn't have
I mean,
died
the
once.
answer seems so simple. There's no water at the bottom at the golden sword level, so why not just put it there? After I tested that I was actually competent enough to place a water bucket down, I went back and got my golden sword again for probably the millionth time. But if all goes as planned, this time should be different because I'll actually make it to the bottom. Let's go.
As
If
long
I
as he
wanna
knows
make
how to
this
water
story
bucket
cool,
clutch.
I'm gonna have to water bucket clutch at the last
Yeah,
second.
bro, you do
Or
not
I
have
could
to
just
do
place
that.
it here at the top
Yeah.
and swim down, and I'll tell the video
Yeah.
journal I made the clutch because who's gonna fact check that? I placed
True.
down the bucket of water and jumped in and started making my way down to the 4th level of PvP Civilization. I couldn't believe it. After so many unsuccessful attempts, I was finally gonna make it to the.
What?
What just happened? Where did the water
Wait, what?
go? And I'm back at the first level. I don't
I'm very
even know what just
confused.
happened. 1 second I was swimming down the waterfall, and then the next thing I knew, I was falling without a bucket in my hand.
What
Okay,
on earth?
Time to get back there and see
I
what's
would say
really
this
going
like
on.
command
At this
blocks, but
point,
that doesn't
I
make sense
started
because
to
he still
believe
fell
everyone
down.
that thought I was dying because I was missing the water. But upon further investigation, it wasn't my skill that was the issue. And yes, I do know that I have skill issues in general, but whatever this was definitely not my fault. I swam to the bottom of the drop, or rather halfway down the drop, And I couldn't really believe my eyes, but the water was just stopping in the middle of the air. For some reason that I couldn't explain, the water bucket that I placed wasn't going down to the bottom. So that meant that my plan to get down to the bottom was a waste. What didn't make sense is why my bucket disappeared in my hand.
Partially successful.
I needed to figure out what was going on. I needed to buy more items to see what would disappear, which meant I had to die again. I came back this time equipped with an iron chest plate. If the water bucket disappeared when I went past this invisible barrier, it's time to find out if armor does too. But I soon realized that a golden sword might be the only thing that makes it down to level 4. After I found out that the chest plate doesn't survive the drop, I came back with another water bucket to try to place it lower on the walls. But still, it was no use. The water would only place above this certain level. While I was still determined to find a way down, I had to face the fact that it looked like nothing could make it past this barrier. I gave one more attempt and tried dropping the water bucket from my inventory. And yeah, even if it did get to the bottom, I don't really know how that would have helped me. Well, that was a lot of work for nothing.
He could have caught it like halfway down and used it to clutch.
Well, a lot to unpack here. We now know that there's an invisible barrier between level 3 and level 4, and nothing can go past it. No items, no water. It seems like the golden sword is the only thing that makes it through. Super weird, if you ask me. I wouldn't be surprised if the creator of PvP Civilization did this just to watch me suffer.
I'm still very much convinced your lack of coordination is causing you to miss the water at the bottom.
As you all just saw there, my inability to get to level 4 is ruining my image. So there's nothing left to do except just keep trying. Alright, signing off. This goes without saying, but I'm gonna be really upset if I can't get a video journal machine at level 4. You know what I could do? I could just die, come back here, film an update, and go back down to level 4 every single day.
Evbo.
Oh,
I mean, he could.
Stop. If people find out that you're the chosen one, you can
Bro, there's literally there are 2 people in your level right now.
The chosen one? I have no
There's
clue
Eppo's friend, then there's Parrot, and then the guy who speaks in Sword.
I watched the video journal you shared with me. Now come on, stop trying to rank up.
So that's who I shared it with. Wait, you didn't watch the whole thing, did you? Oh, I really hope you didn't watch the whole thing. I talk so much about my relationship problems. Look, I just want to address this now. Tabby and I are on good terms, great terms even, and
yeah, I'm sure, buddy, I'm sure.
Emotionally since then.
Relax,
I'm positive.
It's not important right now. What's important is that we figure out the best way to use your ability. Bro.
I'm listening. What's up?
Can you get out of the pool? This is a serious discussion.
Yeah. But the pool is very serious. You don't understand.
This was gonna be like a casual conversation.
It's where he chillaxes.
I thought everyone here believes in the chosen one. Why would they want to come after me?
You must have forgotten that not everyone can respawn. Most people here aren't waiting for the chosen one to lead them out. They're just looking for any chance they can get to live longer.
There's literally no one else here except for you and the guy who literally talks in Sword.
You're right. They would just keep defeating me over and over for my iron sword. So
their
swords will never break. That's why I have to get out of here, so I can prove to people that there is a way out. Obviously, to do that, I need to make it to level 4, but it's a bit tough to do that since there's no way to rank up apparently.
Wait.
New Halo Top with delicious mix-ins in every bite, but half the calories.
Probably been in this position before. You're playing your favorite Roblox game, and you want to spend some Robux so that you can take yourself to the next level. The problem is, you don't have any.
What do you mean there's no way to rank up?
Oh yeah, I probably should have mentioned that every time I try to rank up to a golden sword... Whoa, getting up close and personal. But yeah, there's no water at the bottom. I've died to fall damage too many times to count.
That doesn't make any sense. There has to be a way to rank up.
I know.
And I'm sure there is. It's just Eppo isn't the smartest individual.
It will be worth it if I succeed.
Look,
he can do it though. He's the main character.
You don't know what these people are capable of.
Will do. And just for future reference, if I accidentally share a video journal with you, please do me a favor and don't watch it. I talk a lot about my feelings and stuff that should only really be seen by me, and maybe millions of other people when I share this in the future. Alright, time to break the bad news to Tabby that someone might have found out I'm the chosen one. With that being said, we can all assume I'm gonna die in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So, I got some bad news, and she's not even here. Tabby? Hello?
She's just chilling.
Strange. If we were at another level of PvP Civilization, I would assume she's out fighting. But no one fights at this level, so where could she have gone? Is she using the video journal? No, she's not.
Yeah, you're funny. Yeah, you're funny.
I heard the sound
oh, dang. He's getting kidnapped already. It's the guy who swings the sword. I knew it.
I turned around, it was too late.
The guy who speaks Sword.
When I regained consciousness, I had no clue where I was. I looked all around and I was
Brosley
in a room
in
that I've
jail.
never seen before. Whatever this was way smaller than any of the houses in PvP Civilization. What is this? Is this a PvP apartment? I didn't know they had those here. Not really my style. I prefer my mansion. As I stood there, someone appeared right in front of me with an iron chest plate. Not this guy again. Look, bro, I already told
Can someone
you I
like
don't know how to speak
decipher
PvP. I have
this
no clue
guy's
what you're saying.
language?
I really thought this conversation wasn't gonna go anywhere, but then the guy who speaks PvP pulled out a sign. Oh yeah.
Oh,
that'll
okay,
definitely
he can
work.
type in signs.
Okay, so why exactly am I here? The person with the sword wrote down his response on the sign, and it said, "You are the chosen one."
No,
Oh,
it's
that's just
you
great.
are
Now everyone
chosen
probably
one.
knows. Wait a minute. You were the one who threw that thing on me. I remember seeing
Yeah.
it right before I passed out. Why are you doing this? What do you want from me? And what they wanted from me
He just
was
wants to
exactly
live,
what
bro.
Barrett warned me about. PvP Civilization found out I was the chosen
You
one,
can
and they were
help
gonna
us live
use me
forever.
to live forever. All right, buddy. How exactly are you gonna do that? Because if I die, I'll respawn back at level 1. So why would I bother coming down here just to die for you all? But the response I got made it clear that they had a
The
plan
girl is
after
with
all.
us.
The reason Tabby wasn't in her room
You're
was
such a
because
simp,
she
bro.
was captured herself, and they were gonna use her as bait so that I would
Who
keep
is
dying
they?
over and
We've
over.
only seen
All right,
two
hear me out.
iron
This is
swords.
a one-time offer, so think about it. If you let her go, I'll help you live forever, and I'll even give you the key to my PvP mansion. Let's go. Just like I thought, a PvP mansion will make anyone change their mind. Wait, no?
Bro, is that what you
Have you
want?
even seen a PvP mansion before? I mean, the square footage is insane, and the view, don't even get me started.
The square
about the view.
footage.
Wait, please just consider, no. Oh, you can't be serious.
Who is
Step back,
us,
please.
though?
Sorry about this, F-Bo. I wish the circumstances could have been different, but at the end of the day, we have to make hard choices.
You're in on this too? Why? I helped you rank up. Why would you do this?
That was before I knew you were the chosen one and had the power to come back to life. Listen, you're just a kid, I don't expect you to understand, but this is the lives of everyone here we're talking about. You might not get it now, but once you see the number of swords you stopped from being broken, you'll understand.
This is insane. I didn't ask for any of this. You really think farming me every single day over and over for my sword is gonna save lives? What about my life? What about Tabby's life? Do those not matter? As crazy as it
I
all
mean,
sounded,
she'll be
there was
fine,
nothing I
and
could
you'll
say
be
that would change
fine,
his
so-
mind, which means I was gonna have to bring fighting back to level 3 of PvP Civilization. I quickly jumped up and swung my sword at the guard, but he saw it coming and
Yeah,
blocked
they
my
have a shield, buddy.
Look, buddy, there's no point in fighting back. You're already being used to save lives. If I were you, I'd want to be remembered as a hero.
And with that, the guard closed the door, leaving me to think about everything that was just said. So, this is my life now.
Honestly,
Every
I low-key
player
kinda
and every
sympathize
guard
with
in
these
PvP
guys.
Civilization, all working together to make sure I die over and over again. And of course, I can't do a thing about it, because they have Tabby, and if I refuse to die, she suffers the consequences. So, there's really no decision making for me, is there?
Sorry, I didn't mean to end off our conversation sounding like a villain. Anyways, there's someone here to see you.
What? Okay. At that moment, someone new appeared in
Yo!
the doorway.
Well, now that he's gone,
He's
we can
back
have a real
already.
Conversation.
He's back
People with
already.
Shields just can't relate to us, you know?
Standing in front of me was someone I recognized from the wooden sword level. This
Oh,
was the guy
okay.
who gave me the idea to use the armor stand in my room to respawn. If we didn't have that talk, I probably wouldn't be alive now. No way. Look, dude, you were right about the armor stand thing. I can respawn, but you gotta get me out of here.
Oh, I know you can respawn. I've seen it. It took a while to convince the others, but now we all know.
Hold on. What?
You really expected me to keep your
Dang,
power a
he's the
secret from
villain.
everyone?
He's the villain.
Especially when you can save us all?
You were the one who turned all of PvP Civilization against me? Why would you do that? I thought you could be trusted.
Right, you trusted me so
That was
much
your
that I
fault.
had to keep the door closed when we talked. But anyways, what matters now is that everyone in PvP Civilization has the chance to live on. You should be happy. This is a good thing. People are going to live long lives because of you.
This isn't right.
No, they're
You
gonna
know
live
this isn't
forever
right.
because
We
of
can't be
you.
focusing on living here forever. We have to focus on getting out of here. Don't you see that? This doesn't solve anything.
This is the way to save everyone. I'm sure if your friend knew, she would agree too. I promise, after a few times of dying and coming back, you'll forget it's even happening.
This conversation was over.
It's not like
At the end of the
it's
day,
you
I
don't
was
exactly
trying to
feel
convince people
pain.
with days left to
So-
live that they don't need to go down this path. But their survival is at stake, so they'll do anything. All right, so what happens now? When am I gonna die?
We'll handle that in a few minutes. Just remember, fighting back will only cause less lives to be saved. And if you forgot, your friend's life over there is one of them. I trust you'll come to your senses.
Alright, just hang tight there. We'll have someone with the sword come over and finish this off.
Maybe the other guard is still loyal to him. Maybe the other guard will help him.
And I was free to wait here until it was my time to die. The sad part about all of this is that Parrot was right. Once everyone gets comfortable with getting new swords every single day, why would anyone want to leave? Which
For
means
real.
There's a good chance I'll be stuck here forever.
Yeah, you're
You know,
cooked,
the least
buddy.
they could do is give me a video journal machine to pass the time. This is getting boring.
Hey, F-Bo,
Hello?
are you in there?
Why does that voice sound so familiar? It sounds like my guard friend.
Because it is. I'm here to break you out.
No
Yo,
way,
I knew
my
he was
inner
still loyal.
monologue.
I knew he
Or
was still
because you're
loyal.
speaking out loud.
Oh, alright, I guess that does make a lot more sense. Wait, am I actually getting out of here?
Alright, let's move it. It's only a matter of time before someone notices you're gone. Now come on, follow me.
Let's go. The audience finally gets to see what's behind the PvP guard doors. Okay,
I
that
bet.
was
Let's
a
see,
lot
let's
to take
see.
in, but I'm glad we're out now. Wait, hold on. We have to go back in there. No one even saw anything.
No can do. I just broke you out. There's no way I'm gonna bring you
Dang.
back in there.
This is ridiculous. You think people are gonna be satisfied with a cutscene that completely skips over all of the interior? Come on, we gotta see.
Look, there's no time for that now. The guards will already be looking for you, so that time has passed.
No, that's so lazy. That's so lazy. All right, well, you promised we would see the
Dang.
inside. You didn't say how much, I guess. Well,
Wow.
it's time to get back to business. Man,
I'm
I can't
disappointed
believe
in you,
saved
Eppo.
me. How
I was
did you
ready.
even
I was
find
ready
me?
to
I
watch.
heard word
I was
from
ready
the
to
other guards
watch
about the
what was
chosen
in the
one being
room.
found, so I knew you must have been caught.
Well, alright, looks like you're a guard at level 3 now. But I seriously need to figure out what to do. The guards and Iron Swords are gonna be looking for me, and if they catch me with you, then they'll know you're working with me.
Yeah, true,
Also,
they'll probably
if I'm
get
gone
rid of
for too
you.
long, something might happen to Tabby. So basically, I need a way to get to the Golden Sword level, but just not for long. But I still don't know how to get there. Is there anything the Iron Sword people say about level 4?
Let me think. The only thing the Iron Sword people ramble on about is that thing where you must pay respects to the Chosen One until their sword breaks. If you ask
Oh,
me,
okay.
I can firmly say you aren't worth dying for.
Alright, thanks for the added input. Yeah, I
Dang.
already know people pay respects until... Wait, hold on. What was that part you said at the end? Breaking their swords? What does that mean?
I don't know. Some philosophy they have about the Chosen One. They think they'll be saved by breaking their swords at the statue.
Yeah, that makes a lot of
Saved
sense.
If they break their swords at the armor stand, but no one has, because then they'll die. Okay, that might have been very helpful.
Okay, well,
Stacey,
actually,
I'll
so
see you
he'll
around,
do
I guess.
that, and I
made
guess
my
the
way
invisible
over to
wall
the
will
statue of the
disappear,
Chosen One.
and then
Oh,
he'll be able to
now that I
float
think
all the
about
way
it, how
down.
awesome is it that I get an entire statue to myself? Let's go. Sorry, I get sidetracked easily. Anyways, I never thought twice about the
This
armor
could
stand
take a few
people swing at
minutes.
to pay their respects. I thought it was pointless. But if we go back to episode 2, armor stands are always used to buy things. And maybe this armor stand is used to buy something big. And I mean 250 attacks big. Only someone who can come back to life can risk breaking their sword on this armor stand. Which means whatever this is was meant to be bought by the Chosen One. After what seemed like hours, I finally broke my sword on the armor stand. I didn't see anything happen, but when I
GG's.
turned around, something appeared in the
Oh.
open space of the statue. The ground transformed, showing a square with only
Okay.
one block missing. I
Oh, is
only
that
had
the
a few
block that he
seconds
has to, like,
figure
go
out what
on?
This was because soon after, the effects of my sword breaking kicked in, and I was back at level 1, not knowing why I just paid 250 attacks to look at a square. I was right, the armor stand was used to buy something, I just didn't know what. I made my way back to the statue, but when I got there, the square that appeared in the ground was gone. If I was gonna have another look at it, I was gonna have to pay 250 attacks again and die. But I didn't have time for that. Luckily, when I was standing on top of the statue, I think I realized what it might mean. The square that appeared in the ground was something that I had seen before, and it was something that was gonna help me rank up to level 4. I went through the red gate and got my golden sword. The reason I recognized what the square was is because I would stare at it every single time.
Yep, I knew it. Yep.
The pattern that appeared on top of the statue was the same exact pattern.
Okay, that's
as
what I
the
was
stone
thinking. So
below,
yeah, he can go.
Except for the fact that the pattern on
Oh,
top of the statue was missing.
maybe
one
there's like an
block, and I
invisible
think that
block
was the
down
block
there
I
that he
needed
has to land on.
I don't know how this
Yep.
is gonna work, but I think what I paid for is the way down to level 4.
This is why I take him like
could
at
be the
least 10
key to
attempts.
surviving the drop, or I just paid for absolutely nothing. I guess let's find out. I jumped and aimed for the missing block.
Imagine he
When I
misses it.
landed,
Oh,
I expected to
he
wake
got it
back
first
up
try.
in my bed
GG's.
at level 1, but I didn't. Instead of hitting the ground and dying, I sunk right into the block I aimed for without taking any damage.
Okay, well,
This
that's pretty
one
good.
Chiseled stone brick block was the key to ranking up to level 4.
And at least it's a more
and I'm
noticeable
the
block
first
than the other,
one
so it should be
figure
easier to
out.
aim.
This changes everything. We
Well,
know
first
about
one to
PvP
aim, too.
Civilization. Maybe we're not trapped in here after all. It's just gonna take a lot of convincing to prove there is a way to rank up. And if I can't do that, which is likely, I can hopefully at least get the people I care about to follow me. Now, the question is, what is level 4 of PvP Civilization like? If no one has ever ranked up
Well,
to
I
this
assume
level,
nobody
are
attacks each
there
other
even
because there's
people
only like
here?
30
Alright, well,
hits you
I guess
get.
it's time to be a pioneer
40
of
hits,
PvP
right?
Civilization. I made my way down to the ladder at the end of the hallway.
Oh,
and
a new
for once, I
block
didn't
for the
see
ground.
grass at the bottom.
Yeah.
The floor was
No
all
more-
sand. What
no more
also caught
trees.
my attention was the fact that the place where guards usually go wasn't there at this level. It was time to see what I was up against. I stepped out into level 4 of PvP Civilization. All around me, the bright golden blocks lit up the walls, indicating that I was at the golden sword level. To think there was a time when I actually thought PvP Civilization was
So he has
just
one more level
layer,
to go
and
until he
now I am
reaches
one
the
layer
max
away
level.
from being at the very
I don't know
bottom
how
of
there are
level
more
5, and I don't care
videos
how long it
after
takes, I'm gonna make it there.
he gets
I
the
started
diamond sword
walking
level.
around and I saw just an armor stand in the middle of the room.
Like maybe
When
they'll
I
have to go
mean
to
just
war
an
with the
armor
shields
stand,
or
I mean
something, or like a
literally
civil
just
war with
that,
like Prince
because where
Sam
there
and
were
his
usually
followers or
houses,
something.
There was nothing here. As of now, there was no sign that people lived here or even could
Well,
live here
yeah,
at
'cause
all.
nobody
Another
can
thing
really-
that caught
nobody
my
knew
eye
how to
was
get
the
down
fact
here.
that there was no way to go to other sections of level 4. All the walls were just completely blocked off with no armor stands. Speaking of no armor stands, I looked over at the red gate, the one wall in PvP Civilization people need to go through in order to rank up. And there were no armor stands here, which begs the question, how am I supposed to rank up to level 5? Well, as of now, it doesn't seem like there's anything I can do except for hit this armor stand in the middle of the room.
Is it gonna like
Alright,
summon
I have
something?
no clue what this does or how many times I need to hit it, but let's try it out. I swung at the armor stand and looked down at my sword just to see how long my life
Dang,
was,
he doesn't even
and
have
that's when
40
I remembered
attacks.
what Parrot
He only
told
has
me.
32.
Ranking up to a gold sword would be throwing your life away. Your life is diminished to all of 30
But
hits,
how does
and
he
one
know
misplaced
this?
PvP
He knows like
attack
all of
is
this,
all it
yet
takes
he's
to
never
end
been
it.
down there,
Parrot
as
might
far
not
as we
have known
know.
that people were dying before they were getting to level 4, but he was right about the golden
Yeah, somehow,
swords.
I don't know
Having
how.
a golden sword reduces your lifespan to 32 hits. Which
Let's just
means
assume
I
Parrot
definitely
is like
used
a
one very
prophet or
important attack
something.
on nothing. But that's when I
Oh
stepped
no,
away
he's
from the
summoning
armor stand,
opponents.
and a player was standing
Or an
across from
ally.
me. Someone with a golden sword. Hello? I didn't know anyone else was here. I guess there's 2 of us. Do you know anything about this level? How do we get out of here?
The journey ahead won't be easy. Are you ready?
Bro, is this
Am I ready
Jeb?
for the journey ahead? Wait,
Is
what
this
does
the
that mean?
owner of
Hold on,
Minecraft?
Who exactly are you?
I'm the one that decides if you have a future.
It's
in
Jeb.
PvP Civilization.
That doesn't sound good. Well,
He literally
I'm
got
right.
Jeb to
Whoever this
voice one of
was
his
asked me if I
characters.
was ready, and I thought I was, until I realized I knew nothing about PvP. Life began in PvP Civilization. Not dying was the only thing I cared about. Alright, fine. If you want me to get specific, I started caring about that after I used all of my sword swings in the first few days. But you get the point. Once I realized how short life is here, I only cared about trying to stay alive. But now, dying seems to be the only thing I live for. Every day so far has just been kind of the same 2 patterns over and over. The first pattern, a guard waits for me down at the Iron Sword level, brings me to my prison cell, or whatever this is, and I get to be the so-called hero of PvP Civilization. An Iron Sword will come by and essentially harvest me for my
No,
Iron
it's
Sword
literally
because
there's only
I
3
am
Iron
immortal,
Swords now.
in a
Prince
sense. I
Sam,
die
this
over
guy,
and
and
over again
Parrot.
to help people live
So there's
longer,
2 bad
because
guys and
that's
3
all I'm
good
for in
guys.
this world.
I guess
Now,
the shield
did
is a
say
bad
that my
guy
days
too.
usually go one of 2 ways. On the other days, I'll drop down and get picked up by a guard, except not one of the bad ones, but my friend, who is still on the inside.
Well, any progress?
No.
Seriously? I know you're terrible at PvP, but like, even the worst players should be able to land an attack.
Bro, you don't understand. This guy's like not even human. He's some machine that's like programmed to land these crazy PvP combos.
Just figure out how to win.
You literally got
The more
Jeb
and more
to
people
voice
start
him.
noticing that you're gone longer only when I'm the one picking you up, they'll for sure know I'm working with you.
I know. I promise I'm doing everything I can. I just need more time.
Keep in mind, Your incompetence is putting Tabby's life at risk too. So hurry
True.
up and find a solution.
Is she like being held prisoner, or is she like in a, or does she have, or is she just like living out here?
Is clear, I run over to the red gate and rank up to become a golden sword. See, I found the way to survive the fall to level 4, but I haven't found the way to survive at level 4. At this point, I am starting to believe it is quite literally impossible to get to level 5. Every time I get here, I jump into the water and fall down onto the block that allows me to not take fall damage. I will admit there are times when I do miss that block and die from fall damage.
I had a feeling.
We don't need to talk about those. I'm dying plenty of times already.
I think that didn't need to be said.
I walk out into the golden sword level. I pay 1 attack with my sword to the armor stand, and I summon the player with the gold sword. To be honest, I don't even know if this player is real or not. I don't know what I'm fighting. All I know is
considering he's being spawned in, he's probably not real.
Land a single hit. Not one. I haven't landed a single one. So yeah, that about sums up my entire life as of now. I get 1 chance every now and then to try to progress at the golden sword level. I obviously fail. I get picked up by the bad guards. I can't even see my own PvP mansion that I paid 100 attacks for. And yes, I asked if I could use my pool for a few minutes, and I was declined. These people aren't even trying to hide the fact that they want to make my life miserable. As if my life wasn't bad enough already, being seen as a tool and not a person with actual feelings. Somehow my guard friend is the only one who actually treats me alright.
I'm starting to think I should just turn myself in. You're okay, boss.
I never said he treated me well, I just meant comparatively better than everyone else here. But
this way the guard's the best character,
wrong.
bro.
I mean, this is just embarrassing at this point. I'm supposed to be the chosen one of PvP Civilization. I'm supposed to be the one.
Can we make the guard the chosen one? Oh, a new iron sword. Let's go.
Remember when I said
so there's at least 3 iron swords. There's at least 4 iron swords.
And they just like to make my suffering longer. The only peace of mind I get is that by going through this cycle every single day, I at least know that my friend Tabby gets to survive. That's the sole reason I'm stuck in this loop in the first place. The thing is I'm letting her down by not progressing at the golden sword level. No iron sword would dare come down to the golden sword level, which means if I get to the bottom, I can bring Tabby with me and we'll be free. So I need to beat this player. Here we go. Time to get put into a combo that will have me actually floating.
Well, yes, he's actually gonna get 1 hit.
For the first time in my life, I think I accidentally swung my sword at the right time. Okay, I landed a hit. Well, I'll accept my progress and I'll die now. But that's when the unexpected happened. Instead of finishing the fight, the player said nothing and just disappeared into thin air.
He's literally a magician.
Okay, that's something new. But that wasn't
He's the god of PvP Civilization.
One of the doors to the next room had just opened. For the first time in a very long time, I was now going into unexplored territory at the golden sword level. I walked into the second room to see not just 1 armor stand, but a lot of armor stands. They were all organized on this square platform with a red pathway weaving through them. Well, this is sure very different than the room before, but it's gotta be the same premise as before. I just gotta hit the armor stand and do whatever challenge it takes to get, and I'm dead.
Bruh.
Okay, I've never died by an armor stand. Without my sword breaking, you know what I meant. That is a sad way to reset all of my progress. Except, to my surprise, my achievement for hitting that player 1 time wasn't forgotten. The door was still open, and it seemed like
he's gonna have to keep going until he hits the right one, I assume. I assume the right one.
I tried hitting the armor stand at the beginning of the red path, and it worked. I survived for a few seconds longer than last time. We are back with
I think the one he has to hit is the one that's on like the rock.
I have a video journal machine at every single level of PvP Civilization. So anyways, here is what I think I figured out. The challenge I'm on operates on some sort of time-based system. I have to hit the armor stands in order, and I have to get to them fast enough, or else well, I mean, you get the point. I think I'm on my 52nd attempt or something. I don't know. I think I lost count a while ago, but anyways, I think this one will actually be the one where I make it, so signing off.
I doubt it.
Well, you heard the journal. There's been a lot of deaths, but I think I was ready to beat this challenge. All right, let's do this. I sprinted through the course, hitting every armor stand as fast as possible.
Yo, bro's so quick with it.
I failed to get to the last armor stand, but now I finally made
He did it,
I was
GG's.
half expecting to die spontaneously, but instead, the door to the next area opened. Oh, thank you. That is a relief. I will say, for the first time in my life, I actually feel like I've gotten better at something PvP related. I made my way into the 3rd room of the golden sword level. By the looks of it, everything looked the same as the first room, with the exact
I think
same
Bro just
pedestal
circled
and armor
back, I'm
stand.
not gonna lie.
I can already tell where this is going. Time to summon the guy again, and die many, many more times. I swung at the armor stand expecting to summon the same player as before, but to my
it's a different
surprise,
player.
that player didn't show up, and it was someone new. Oh, thank you, this is good. Wait, What if this player's even better? Before you destroy me, can I just ask some questions?
Of course you can, but I'm not here to fight you.
You're not?
No, but I am here to see if you have what it takes to become a diamond sword. Wielding a diamond sword comes with a lot of challenges that you'll need to be ready to handle.
Bro, she like talking like directly into the mic.
Okay. How do I
She's
know
talking
if I'm
like
ready or
half an inch
You
away
need to
from
start
her
paying
phone or
attention
like
to what
computer
you've
or
been learning.
something.
The last trial focused on your sword timing.
Sword timing?
Swing your sword too early, you'll deal no damage. Swing it too late, and you'll get hit. A diamond sword knows the perfect rhythm to stay in between. Now, show me.
I ran up to the player and swung my sword 3 times. What do you think? Pretty good, right?
Mid.
Truthfully,
Mid.
your timing is a bit too slow, but Foray's right. You've gotten better, and you have potential.
Foray? Who's Foray?
Foray.
That would be the one you died to.
That sounds like another member of
Okay, I do know
Lifesteal.
Foray. Please just tell me I don't have to fight him again. The woman who was named Julie led me over to the next red wall.
Your next trial will focus on enhancing your movement. You'll need to be fast and accurate if you want to succeed.
So they're like
Get it.
training
Are
him.
you
He's
guys
on his
even
training
real?
arc.
You don't drop swords when you die.
If all goes right, you'll see us soon. Good luck.
Julie disappeared into thin air.
Okay,
and
so
a
they're
few
all
seconds
magicians,
later, the door
okay.
to the next area opened up. All I'm hoping for now is that
They
if
all
there are any more
graduated from
people at this
Hogwarts.
level, I hope they are more like Julie and less like Foray. I walked into the 4th room of the Golden Sword level. Just like Julie told me, this trial would
parkour.
focus on my movement skills. All of these challenges were preparing me for what life was like at the final level of PvP Civilization. If I was gonna get a diamond sword, I was gonna have to earn it. Luckily, movement is kind of my strong suit. Alright, I mean, maybe my movement could be better. Update, my movement
Smart guy.
is not good at all, I'm not gonna lie. So far, it's been multiple attempts, to say the least. I'm not gonna say the specific number, but all I can say is it's
Oh my
pretty high.
goodness.
This trial's kind of like the last one, where I have to hit all of the armor stands in order under a certain amount of time. Except this trial has like tunnels, parkour, and well, a lot of stuff that I'm just not good at. But I guess that's to be expected. I'm not really good at anything except for shopping. That I am an expert in, but all jokes aside, I've got
Well, he's not even the best at shopping because he loses all his money.
finally complete the course. Here we go. I said it myself.
Like, he's not
If I
even that
wanna
good with
become a
shopping.
diamond sword, I'm gonna have to earn it. If you were to go back and tell myself as a wooden sword that not long in the future I would be hitting armor stands mid-air during parkour jumps, I probably wouldn't have believed it. I mean, think about it. I was a guy who wasted half of my lifespan basically in the
this
first
guy's
day I was
locked
here.
in.
I am arguably still that same guy, but now I'm a little
Lil
better
bro
at
is
PvP.
locked in.
After that last PvP attack, I dropped down into the water and I officially finished the course. I made it through the movement trial, and the door to the next area.
I wonder if there's gonna be
After
another
seeing
trial
only a
after
pedestal
this.
and an armor stand in the middle of the room, I couldn't help but notice the obvious pattern. Just please let this be someone I can talk to and
I think it's gonna be someone different. Someone different.
Armor stand and
I knew
summoned
it.
the
I knew it
player
was
that
gonna be someone
not
different.
Foray, and it was not Julie. I guess I'll take a new player. A 50-50 chance they either fight or they talk.
Evo, pleasure to finally meet you. I've only gotten
Wimbu.
to watch you die a lot
Wimbu,
of
yeah.
times. But you're getting
I know
better.
this guy.
You're understanding sword swing timing, your movement is looking faster.
Also, since he a
Only a matter of
theory,
time
half the
before you
people
fight
in
like
this
a real
guy's
sword.
videos wear
Okay,
crowns.
looks like we're
Wimbu
talking.
and
That's
Prince
a good start.
Sam.
Sorry to ask the obvious, I guess. How have you been watching me die? I've never seen you before in my life. It seems like you know me already.
Short answer, video journal machines. Long answer, I'll just explain it to you later.
At this point, I think the entire world has seen my video journal logs.
But don't worry about that. Just keep going. The next trial focuses on your reflexes. Us diamond swords are quick to react in fights.
What do you mean, us diamond swords? Are you a diamond sword?
That's right, all 4 of us. Hopefully 5 if you succeed. Good luck.
The player known as
I wonder who the
Wimbu
fourth one's-
disappeared in front of my eyes.
I wonder who
So
the fourth one's
everyone
gonna
I've been
be.
talking to so far are all the diamond swords of PvP Civilization. And apparently they've all seen my video journal logs.
So
I'm
gold sword.
not
So the
sure
gold
how to
sword
feel
level
about
is
that.
just
Hey,
a
but Wimbu did say I
area
was
to
getting
like
better.
rank
That's
to
probably the
diamonds.
first
It's
time
like a
in my life
training
that I've heard words
one.
that were actually encouraging. All right, now I'm motivated. I walked into the next room and something appeared in my inventory. Whatever
A
this
water
trail
bucket.
was required a water bucket.
He's got to
Yeah,
clutch.
I can already tell this one's not going to go too well. Like Wimbu said, this trial was to test my reaction time. I had to hit both armor stands midair and break my fall with the water bucket. Yeah, you've probably picked up on the fact that I'm talking about this trial in past tense.
Oh,
which
he's gonna
means
hit
I'm talking
that
to
one,
my
that
video
one,
journal,
and then
which
water bucket.
also means I died the
Yep.
first time I tried it. But it's kind of weird. Like, yeah, obviously I don't want to die, but when I do, I get to come back here and update my video journal. Really weird situation. I mean, yeah, it's good for the content, but I'm also wasting time. I could be saving tab Tabby's life, my life, and everyone else's life.
The video journal machine comes first.
More world saving. All right, so yeah, to my surprise, the water.
No, I think we need more video journals actually.
I'm actually getting better, or maybe it's because I have
He's
history
him.
with landing attacks
He's him.
while falling. Probably a bit of both.
Bro, it's
but
literally
either way,
him.
I successfully passed the 3rd trial at the Golden Sword level. The red door opened, and I could only assume that I was about to talk to the 4th and final Diamond Sword of PvP.
I wonder which
Civilization.
YouTuber this is gonna
I walked
be.
into the room, and the water bucket disappeared from my inventory.
Alright, Clown
so
Pierce. It's
far,
gonna be
2 of
Clown
the
Pierce, I'm
Diamond
calling
Swords
it.
were pretty chill and just talked to me. One of them, not so chill.
Since he
Hopefully,
seems
this
to have a
one
bunch
is
of
on the cool
connections with
side.
the
I mean,
Lifesteal
it does
SMP.
seem like the Diamond Swords of PvP Civilization have my best interest.
That
in
guy's
mind.
from
They
Lifesteal.
want
I
me
don't
to
know
get
his
better.
name.
What
I don't know his name.
understand is why.
Minitech. Minitech, yeah. I believe.
One more
Also from
trial to get
Lifesteal.
through, and you'll be a Diamond Sword like us.
The last Diamond Sword said his name was Minitech. Luckily, it seemed
Yep,
like he was on
knew
the
it.
chill side, so I think I was done with the fighting. Alright, I feel like I need to ask some questions because they're really weighing on me now. You guys say you're Diamond Swords, but you have Gold Swords. You just spawn out of nowhere, and why are there only 4 of you?
Well, they're
Will be
magicians.
explained
The
in
rest of
due
them
time.
died
Right
out,
now, the
and
only thing you
they're
need to worry
them, so
about
they
is
can pick whatever
improvements.
sword they want.
Oh, I better be getting a PvP mansion at the bottom level to make this worth it. Just then, Minitech pulled out an item and held it in his hand.
It's a flint and
It was a
steel.
flint and steel. Something
Flint and
I've actually
steel.
owned for a
The
short amount of time.
Nether.
Being able to use secondary items effectively in battle can be the difference between life or death.
Over-the-shoulder trick shots are hard. Saving money on car insurance shouldn't be. $835 average.
Once you understand this, calculating the optimal course of action during a fight will eventually become second nature to you.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that actually sounds really cool. Look, I appreciate the guidance, but I don't
So
even know
he's
who
gonna
you
learn to
are.
do
As
PvP
far
with
as I know,
other
pretty
things
much
other than
everyone in
swords,
PvP
okay.
Civilization just wants to use me for my ability. So how do I know you're not on the bad side? How do I know I can trust you?
You can't, and you shouldn't. The only person you should trust right now is yourself.
That's
Do what you
fair.
think is
That's
right.
valid.
And with that statement, Minitech disappeared. I'm supposed to trust myself and do what I think is right. The problem with that is I usually make the wrong decision. But to be honest, what choice do I really have? All of PvP Civilization is pretty much against me anyway.
Ebbo, you've been mostly carried since the day
nothing really changes.
that you
I
actually
walked
started
into
doing
the
stuff
4th and
by the
final
guard
trial,
and
I got a
Tabby.
flint and steel as an item. This is the last trial I need to complete.
Oh, he's gonna hit it,
with
light it on
Diamond Sword.
fire, hit
After
it, light it on
this,
fire.
I'll be able to see what it's like at the last level of PvP Civilization. I'm pretty excited, to be honest. I'm a little scared at what I might get roped into when I get down there, but I'm confident I'll get a lot of answers to all of my questions, which is
I am
all I'm
probably.
really after at
Or they're
this
gonna be
point.
incredibly
Okay, I know
cryptic, which
now
would be
that I'm
very
back on my
annoying.
video journal machine, you're probably wondering how many times I died in this trial. But wait, get ready for this. I actually didn't die. I completed the challenge first
Oh,
try.
GGs.
That's some real improvement if you ask me. So yeah, once the trial was over, I went through the door that opened and I was back in the room I originally started in. Only this time, the doors to the red gate were open. I passed every single challenge I needed to do to
I
rank
knew
up
you could
to
do it,
become a
Ebbo. I
diamond
believed
sword.
in
There
you.
was
I
nothing
believed in you
stopping me
since
from
day
going to
one.
level 5. So yeah, I know what you're thinking. Why am I talking to my video journal machine at level 1 and why am I not at level 5? That would be because there is something stopping me from going to the bottom. And that reason is because of my friend Tabby. Her being captured is the only reason why the Iron Swords have leverage over me in the first place. Now that I opened all the doors at the Golden Sword level, I can break Tabby out and bring her with me. I'm hoping the doors stay open though, or else my plan, well, yeah, I mean, that would just be really bad. But anyways, if I can get this done, then I can break free of the endless cycle that I was in. I won't have to die over and over again, and I can actually focus on getting out of here.
So the highest
yeah,
rank the
that's
shields
plan.
can
Hopefully it
get
works, and
iron,
hopefully
because I
this
haven't seen
video
the
journal
shields
machine
ask for
at level
attacks
5.
in a
Signing
while.
off. If I'm gonna pull this off, I'm probably gonna have to get myself into some PvP battles. And that means I have a legitimate reason to go shopping.
Oh my
Let's go. I
goodness.
got myself an Evbo branded iron chestplate, and I bought a flint and steel, because now I actually know how to use one. That's all I can
And maybe
afford for
some
now,
golden
though. Who
apples,
knows how
golden
many
apples.
swings I'll need when I get down there.
But there's no shot you'll
Here we
need like
go.
200
I'm supposed
attacks.
to be the chosen one of PvP Civilization. I guess I might as well start acting like it. First things first, I gotta find out where Tabby is. Let's go, bro. Wake up and get some energy. We're breaking Tabby out, and we only get one chance at this.
Whoa, look at you. You're all geared up now. If you're wearing a chest plate, let me guess. Today's the day, right?
Yep, today's the day.
Bro literally
Got past
just
all
said
the
what they were
obstacles at
doing.
the Golden Sword level, so if Tabby comes with me, she should be safe, and both of us will become Diamond Swords. But we have to move fast. I've been gone for a while already, and if people catch on, we lose our only chance. All right, tell me.
They
where
probably
I'm going.
already have caught
Are you
on.
serious? I said we need to move fast. Why are you just walking?
I mean, can you blame me? You say today's the day, like every day.
No, today's like actually the day. Let's go. Bro, why do I still pay this guy? I followed my friend through the
I haven't seen you pay him in a minute. I think you need to start paying him more, honestly.
The cell where Tabby was being held. Just a few blocks away from my own cell, we stopped at a door. Okay, is this the one?
Yep, if she's alive, she should be in here.
Well, let's just hope your knowledge checks out. Alright, open it up. Let's get her out of here. If Tabby wasn't in here, well, goodbye to the plan. But fortunately, when the door
she is.
Tabby was still here. Let's go, you're still alive. Alright, for real though, we gotta get out of here.
Should I be concerned that you're the one who made this plan?
Probably, to be honest. But what choice do you have? Come on, let's go.
I'm seriously gonna regret this.
We just gotta make it to the red gate. If we make it...
Hey. We, might be in some trouble.
I slowly turned around, and at the end of the hallway...
Bruh, it's one guy.
Yeah, so if you ask me, we should probably run.
Yeah, I think
it's literally a 3v1. It's a 3v1.
Hold forever. Let's go. We gotta get to the Golden Sword level.
That's your plan? Remind me again how many times you died trying to survive there?
A lot, I know. There was also a lot more when you were gone.
Speaking of the plan, what am I gonna do? That guy in there, Prince Zam, he definitely saw my face. My cover's gone.
Nice subtle name drop. Yeah, you gotta get out of here. Look, just find somewhere to hide. Take my mansion if you want. The door should be open. If all goes well, I'll find a way to escape, and I'll come back and get you.
Your mansion? Oh, yes, please. Good luck.
Okay,
Bro, Lily's going on permanent vacation.
All right, let's go. Tabby and I ran over to the red gate to rank up to become Golden Swords.
I'm risking my life by going in here. So if you're wrong about there being a way down,
you just have to.
Would you rather die or be in prison for the rest of your life?
I wouldn't be breaking you out if I wasn't confident.
Fine. I guess I'm trusting you then.
Man, people need to put more faith in Evbo for real. He's grown.
The door closed behind her. All right, time to pay my attack.
Let me guess, someone's gonna be behind you. Someone's gonna be behind you. Knew it.
I was ambushed.
I knew it.
Clearly, the Iron Swords weren't gonna let me off easy. The
Flint and steel
was here, and there was no running. Once I healed up, I turned around and engaged in battle.
Oh yeah, Prince Zam is cooked. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Hit combo, and I was on the run. His sword skills were better than mine. I wasn't gonna beat him with the sword alone. Okay, it's time to see if I can use this thing. Just like my training, I used my offhand to light a fire on the ground. The counterattack completely caught.
Okay, that should nearly kill him.
After that,
you have that. You have that. Yes, you do.
Well,
easily.
This is a shock. Looks like those bottom feeders actually taught you how to fight.
Bottom feeders?
Bottom feeders.
How do you know
what's that supposed to mean?
Before I could think about it, Prince Zam charged
Yo,
again.
can we get some lore? Can we get some lore? Was Prince Zam... Is Prince Zam a banished diamond sword?
Just when I thought it was over for me, I landed.
Oh well, guess we don't. Guess we're not getting any answers to that.
1.5 hearts.
I think Prince Zam was a banished iron sword.
Well, temporarily, I guess, but if I had to go back to level 1, the Iron Swords would definitely not let me get to level 4. I just gotta be thankful that that fight went the way it did, and get out of here before somebody else finds me.
Evbo, what's going on?
Oh my
just
goodness.
Then, I thought my life was over, but luckily, it was just Parrot. Hey, what's up, man? Look, so I just broke Tabby out, and I kinda need to get through these doors before I die. But if you want to come with us, I found a way down, so you don't have to stay here forever.
I can't. I can't respawn like you. It's way too risky for me to go.
Look, I get it. That's your choice. But if you change your mind, just remember this. The chiseled stone brick block on the right. That's the block you want to aim for if you want to survive the fall. All right, I gotta head out of here, but I hope I see you again, man. Thanks for being one of the good guys, I guess. It's nice to know that even though practically the whole world turned on me, there are still a couple people out there that are looking out for me. And those people, Tabby, Parrot, guard friend, probably not so much. I feel confident enough to call my friends.
Good job, Parrot. I'm proud of you.
You'll see this eventually. And when you do, I don't expect you to trust me ever again.
Oh, never mind.
You need to hear this. I'm not who I say I am.
Oh, okay.
No one here is really. I just want to tell you my story.
Yo, can we get please?
Okay,
no, give me the lore drop. I need the lore drop. I need to figure this out.
No one's gonna follow us here, so we should be done with the fights.
I need the lore drop.
What took you so long?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I kind of got ambushed by Prince Zam, but let me tell you, he was not ready for how good I've gotten. Safe to say, he's not coming back, but oh man, I wish you could have seen how good I was fighting. You would be so proud. But anyways, do need food though. Tabby threw over some golden carrots, and we got ready to jump down.
How does she still have food?
Again, it's the chiseled stone brick on the right side of the floor. If you land on that block, you're not gonna take any fall damage, I promise you. But if you miss it, well, you're gonna end up like Prince Zam. Right, yeah, it's too soon. He's probably gonna haunt me in my dreams for that one, but whatever, let's go.
Oh no, he also has a respawn
I'm
thing.
Wrap this up for good. Now, I just gotta wait. If only Evbo knew that he was on his last respawn.
Yo.
Oh, this is so scary.
Last respawn.
Okay, that was close.
So
Bro, I
this
need
is
to
the
figure out.
only
I need to
block you
figure
don't
this
take
out. They need
damage
to
on?
explain
As
what
far
is
as I'm
happening.
concerned, I don't know how it works, but I'm just glad it does. Tabby and I walked into the golden sword level, and fortunately for us, all of the doors that I opened were still open.
So what was this level like? What did you have to do?
I mean, there was a lot of stuff I had to do. Most of the things, though, actually helped me a lot in PvP. Except for arguably trying to fight this one guy. Let me just tell you, just be glad I opened the doors. He was so good.
Against you, anyone's good. What was
Dang.
His name's Foray. He's one of the Diamond Swords, actually. I'm not even kidding, though. I actually could not hit him for the longest time. So let's just hope that the Diamond Swords are on our side when we get down there. We walked through the door into the hallway where both of us would become the most powerful swords in PvP Civilization. As an Iron Sword, my life was 250 attacks long.
So now it's gonna be like 500 or 600.
250. But now I'm officially a Diamond Sword.
So like how many
all of the
attacks?
challenges I've had to overcome to get this sword, I feel very confident that my lifespan is much longer than 250 attacks.
Yeah, I
All
assume
that's left
so.
to do now is head
A
to
Diamond
level
Sword
5.
probably is like
I'm kinda
500,
conflicted. I hope there's some
600,
really
something
cool
around
stuff to
there.
buy at level 5, but I also don't want to spend all of my swings my first day. I might have gotten better at PvP, but I'm not exactly sure if I've cured my desire for a luxurious life. All right, we ready?
You tell me. I mean, what if there's no water at the bottom?
Imagine there's no water.
Golden sword level.
That'd be really funny, I'm
Yes,
not gonna
that is
lie.
a possibility, but at the end of the day, we really have no choice. If there's no water, I'll die, and I'm not gonna be able to get back down here, and you'll be stuck forever unless you jump. So what's the point in waiting? Might as well go now, right? All right, let's do this. If there's no water at the bottom, it's been nice knowing you. I jumped off the ledge down to
Oh, I
level
saw
5.
water,
When I
yeah.
saw the water below me, a sense of
Ooh, this is a
relief came
nice
over me.
room.
Not only did I know that I would survive, but that Tabby would survive too.
Bro, you're already
Isn't it
drowning.
Awesome, we survived.
Oh, wait, sorry, I'm drowning. I need to go up.
So
Okay.
this is the bottom of PvP Civilization. I took a look around the gigantic room. Every wall was lit up with a diamond
GG's.
color, and giant statues in each corner stretched from the floor to the ceiling.
Why is there a
Waterfalls
broken
were
sword in
flowing
one of
from
the
center
corners?
into giant canals that led to I don't know where they led to. All
I don't
knew
think they
was
lead
that this
anywhere.
was the bottom, and people weren't supposed to make it here. Well, we made it. I guess there's only one way to find out if there's actually a way
Oh wait,
out
that's a
here.
bow.
Look what we got.
All of a sudden, I heard a familiar voice behind
That's an
me.
axe.
Congratulations
What's the
to
last
both of you for
one?
becoming
What's the
Diamond
last one?
Swords.
Okay, I'm gonna need an
There's a broken
explanation
sword,
on
an
how you
axe,
just
a
disappeared
bow,
and
and
showed
I
up
don't
as a
know, what's
diamond
another
sword,
weapon?
but
A
I can wait.
crossbow?
Tabby, this is Wembu. He's one of the
Maybe
guys
a
I fought at
trident?
the golden sword level, and he's a diamond sword like us. All right, Wembu, give me some answers. What is this place? Is there a way out? What are all these
Bro,
statues?
show me the
What do
last
you want
statue,
inside?
please.
Are you even real? Sorry, I just have a lot of questions going through my head right now.
It's a lot to take in, but don't get overwhelmed. As far as you're concerned, you're in paradise. Just do some exploring for yourself, and we'll get you.
Just
out.
show me the last one,
Every
please.
other level of PvP Civilization, people have described it as a nightmare, but this is the first time it's been described as paradise. Well, you heard Wembu, let's go exploring. I'm
Bruh.
just hoping that whatever is at this level of PvP Civilization doesn't make me forget my goal.
He couldn't have
That's to
looked
get
over there
me and my friends
once.
out of this place.
Evbo brought her down with him just like you thought. You think she knows who we are?
Of course she does.
Yo.
But she's calculated every move up until this point.
She's been by his side from the beginning, for his whole life practically. He
Bro,
doesn't
back
know
up
us
from
at
the
all.
mic.
If we act now, Evbo turns on us, and all the efforts will have been a waste.
Indeed, the situation could collapse very quickly, but we bought ourselves some time. She doesn't know where Foray is.
True. She's not gonna try anything unless she knows for certain Foray isn't a threat.
Tabby's
All we can
bad.
do is
She's
observe for
bad.
now. When Evo finds out she's not who she says she is, who knows what will happen.
She's evil. She's evil. The only good person here is
Throughout
Eppo
my
and the
life in
guard.
PvP Civilization, I would always get distracted by
So I'm
the
just gonna
unimportant
assume it's a
things.
crossbow
Video
or a
journal
trident.
machines,
Actually,
different
since there's a
colored
bow,
chest
it's probably a
plates. I don't know, I
trident.
guess it's who I am. The
So
point
I don't
that
think
I'm
they have a
getting at
mace
is
here.
I was scared about what might distract me at this level, and I was right to be. Because when I swam out of the water and saw a
Oh, that's a
massive
nice
statue of
house.
an armor stand with windows carved into it, yeah, I definitely forgot about leaving this place. I would call myself an experienced homeowner in PvP Civilization, and my expertise would suggest that this was in fact a PvP mansion. So naturally, the most optimal thing to do here is to find out where to buy one. I gotta say, Wembu was right. This place did seem like paradise. All of the doors to other rooms were completely open at the Diamond Sword level. Alright, not having to pay an attack to go to other rooms means I can spend more on
Hey,
myself.
seems pretty good.
Let me be the one to go. You have
Yo,
a
what?
longer life
Clown
than I
Pierce,
do,
that's
and
Clown
you don't
Pierce.
deserve to die yet.
We're all
That's
gonna
Clown
die
Pierce.
if we don't get that sword, and you know I'm the only one good enough to get it.
I don't doubt that, but how will you handle your emotions?
Is she
You'll need
calling
to make
him?
a friend to survive, and betraying someone close to you.
Will be easy because the mission is the only thing that matters. I know who I am, and I know where my loyalties lie. I will always be in.
Tabby, you have to come check this place out. It's insane.
Yo, wait,
Look,
was
I'm
she
just
like
gonna
calling
say, after
someone on a
looking around for
phone?
few
They said
seconds,
phones
I
didn't
don't think we need
exist.
to leave.
You can stay here all you want. I'd rather leave by myself anyways.
Okay, well, now that you put it that way, I will leave. But I have made up my mind. I am buying a PvP mansion here first. And you won't be able to convince me not to invest in prime real estate.
Fair
I made
enough.
my way over to the next room where I found the PvP marketplace at the diamond sword level. Above the armor stands, there were giant statues that showed
So,
5 swords.
maybe they're talking about a
Above
netherite
was a
sword.
Statue of a 6th one. I wasn't sure what
Okay,
that
yeah,
meant, but
the-
I couldn't help but
that
be
means it's gonna be
reminded about
netherite.
the statue at the iron sword level, the one that talked about the unbreakable sword. I'm sure that will be cleared up eventually, but for now, I just need to find this. The last house I need to buy to be able to own a house at every single level of PvP Civilization. Golden
Except
sword level
gold.
aside, of course.
Yeah.
I'm still a little upset there's nothing to buy there.
Put a little more time into making this decision. We still have no idea if we can trust the diamond swords, which means wasting 200 attacks on a house could be a mistake.
Okay,
It's
you're
never
right,
a
fair
mistake
point,
to spend.
but we can't make a decision until we know exactly how many attacks we have left. I swung at the armor stand with my diamond sword for the first time, and I couldn't believe my
Wow.
eyes when I saw how long my life was. With 1,500 attacks, I could buy this mansion and it would change nothing. Okay, so after doing a financial analysis, I'm buying the house. I wonder if any of the other diamond swords have mansions of their own. I kind of feel like I'm the only one in PvP Civilization who even bothers to upgrade their house. Like, sure, it's
Probably.
taking weeks off my lifespan, but why not live a little, right? Parrot would understand. He's a fellow mansion owner like me. I put the PvP mansion key in my offhand, and the door to my brand new house open.
I like how they
This was
use
now the
name
biggest
tags
purchase of my
as
life,
room
and
keys.
Something that important means it needs to be recorded, which means it's time to go back to my roots and open the video
Oh,
journal
so
again.
he just
Let's
has
go.
one?
There was no doubt in my mind this place would come with a video journal machine. Wait, no way. Indoor waterfalls that lead to an elevated double bed? Oh man, leaving PvP Civilization is gonna be harder than I thought. If there's a way out, of course. But what if I go outside and there's no mansions out there? Then I'd kind of want to come back in here. But what if I can't come back in here?
I still think it's a
This
nuclear
situation is
wasteland,
so
personally.
complicated. Okay, enough stalling. I need to go journal. It's been so long.
That's
since
my
I've done a
theory.
Video journal update. I feel like I've lost a part of myself. I opened up my video journal machine to make my first update at the diamond sword level, but that's when I noticed something. I got a message. Okay, I've never gotten a message before. This
Oh,
is
it's the
new.
one from Parrot.
I let you get your mansion, but now it's time to get serious. Let's find a way out of here while we still have the chance.
Okay, fine. Wait, but I got a message. Please, you gotta let me read the message first. It could be super important.
You know what it's gonna say? It's gonna say stop making journal updates and go outside more. Now come on.
Dang.
Okay, it's not gonna... Wait, do you actually think it's gonna say that? Tabby and I walked
Yeah,
over
totally,
to the
bro,
second room
totally.
that we found at the diamond sword level. Up ahead, there was a giant structure, and it was nothing like I've ever seen before.
You go check it out. I forgot to buy golden carrots. You should be decent enough by now to survive a few minutes on your own.
No way, that was the first somewhat encouraging thing she's ever said to me. Okay, well, if the diamond swords are not on our side and that guy Foray shows up again, I think the fight will be over in under 30 seconds. But Tabby's not
Probably.
completely wrong. I've gotten better, and I actually feel confident enough to
Oh
hold
no,
my
she's
own
gonna
in a
delete
fight.
the message.
After
She's
all,
gonna delete the
diamond sword
message.
of PvP Civilization. It's time to start acting like it.
She's gonna delete it.
I know you'll see this.
Oh no, she's gonna listen to it.
When you do, I don't expect you to trust me ever again. But you need to hear this.
Oh,
I'm not who
lore
I say
drop?
I am.
Lore drop?
No one here is really.
Okay.
I just want to tell you my story.
Uh-huh,
I'm not
yeah.
a natural born sword. I
Yo.
was born with a
No! 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 Why? I need the lore drop.
The structure to see four
There's not much
identical
time left.
armor
There's
stands
still
in each
time.
corner.
There's still
Well,
time.
if I know one thing about
There's
armor
still time
stands,
for a
it's
lore
that they always
drop.
give something in return. And since I have 1,300 swings left of my sword, I'm willing to spend a few to find out what this is.
I know you like hitting every armor stand you see, but don't bother with these ones. They won't do anything. For right now, at least. Unless 3 more diamond swords show up.
I thought it was like a universal law that all armor stands do something.
Just let me explain. We called this the battle simulator. It's how Foray, Julie, Minitek, and I fought you at the gold sword level. While you were up there, we were down here.
You guys were down here the whole time? Okay, so you guys are real people. That's reassuring to know. So you're saying if I hit one of these armor stands, I can fight people at the golden sword level but still be down here?
That's one of your responsibilities as a new Diamond Sword, to test and train new players that are trying to rank up.
Wenbu said once 4 Diamond Swords join the battle simulator, the doors at the Golden Sword level are sealed shut until each Diamond Sword decides a player can go on through.
A Diamond Sword can only enter the battle simulator once, so the doors won't be closed until 4 new Diamond Swords fill the spots. Once those spots are filled, we're supposed to go out into the world.
So you guys can't leave until 4 new Diamond Swords take your places.
Okay.
Tabby and I, we just need 2 more and then you guys can leave, right?
Well, the situation is complicated, is all I can say.
It is a nuclear wasteland. I knew it. I knew it. It is a nuclear wasteland.
The Diamond Sword level, and I saw something that looked like the red gate, except this time it was on the outside wall.
And it was
Wenbu
huge.
was waiting for me, standing in front of 4 armor stands on the ground. Look, Wenbu, you've shown me 8 armor stands now, and my urge to buy something is at an all-time high. But I'll be disciplined and ask, what are these for?
This right here is the way out of the Sword Civilization.
Little did I know, I was standing in front of the
So they're gonna
one place
reveal
I've
that
been
it is a
trying to get
nuclear
to for my
wasteland?
entire life, the outside, and it was here, right behind this red wall. Wenbu said the cost for opening the door is 100 swings on each of the armor stands. If I wanted to, I could open this door by myself and leave right now. Okay, I think I can piece it together, so you guys could leave, but you won't because you need 4 more Diamond Swords to take your places.
Yes, along with the fact that our world isn't one we exactly want to go out into.
I knew it. Nuclear wasteland. Nuclear wasteland.
I'll go into detail later. I need to talk to Julie real quick.
Bruh.
I'll be back.
Okay. Just as Wenbu
These guys are
ran
the most
off, I turned
cryptic
around to
people
see
I've
Tabby
ever
finally
seen.
made it back.
What was he saying? Anything useful we need to know?
Actually, yeah, there was a lot of stuff, but long story short, this is the way out of PvP Civilization. If what he said was true, I guess it makes sense why they can't leave yet, but he also said that the world outside isn't exactly one he wants
Nuclear
to go into.
wasteland.
I don't know,
I'm
it didn't
calling
sound
it.
like he really
I'm
wanted to
saying
leave.
it's a
To
nuclear
me, that sounds like
wasteland.
they're trying to keep you here for the same reason the people above wanted to keep you. To use you to increase their lifespans.
I don't know, it doesn't feel like that's what they're trying to do. If they truly were just gonna use me, I don't think they would have helped me get better at PvP.
But if you're wrong, then you bringing me down here with you just cost me my life. So I say we plan for the worst and start hitting the armor stands so that the second something feels off, we'll leave here. Together.
You're right. I guess having a backup plan isn't a bad idea. Alright, I'm down. Tabby paid almost every PvP attack needed to open the door. So, if the unfortunate situation comes about where the Diamond Swords turn on us, we only need to hit the last armor stand a few times.
I don't think they're
to make
gonna
our
turn on
escape.
them.
Tabby and I walked over to the next room of the Diamond Sword level, and on the ground there was what looked like to be a giant map. You have
It
any
looked-
idea what this is supposed to mean?
Huh.
No clue.
It could just be like an abstract art piece. After all, PvP
Does each
Civilization
does
does
each one
thrive off of its interior
Hmm.
design choices.
I guess.
Wait,
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
Julie.
I was going to say that each of them,
wanna show you something.
what, like each of those like little things are there like purple right there,
Why would you
stands
assume she would
for
start with
a
that?
different
I don't know, it's been weighing
civilization
on
since
me.
there's
I
4
wanna tell you about
statues.
the origin
But
of
that doesn't
our
make sense. Tried it.
universe.
I knew it.
I told you.
You wanna be a wooden sword again?
Sorry. Okay, Julie, just hear me out. I have
But
a
nah,
video
that theory
journal
doesn't really make sense
documentary
because there was a
kinda going
5th
on right
one
now,
too.
and that story you just told me is literally blowing my mind, and I need to update it right now. Wait, you should join me. You could be the first Diamond Sword I've had featured on my video journal.
You coming with?
Trust me, I've had to suffer through many of those already. I'll just wait here.
Fair enough. I think I can spare one journal update.
Bro, back
Let's
up
go.
from the
This should only
mic.
take an hour. All right, we are back with an
She's
update.
talking
It has
so
been way
quietly,
too
and
long,
yet it's
there's
so
been a lot
loud in
of
my ear.
development so far. Obviously became a Diamond Sword, learned about the battle simulator, even found a way out of this place. But I think I just learned the biggest lore drop of all, and that's the
Please
origin
elaborate.
of our world.
Elaborate,
According to Julie,
please.
who you don't know, verified Diamond Sword can back up my claims. Our
Verified.
universe began with the 5 items of PvP: the sword,
5?
the axe,
Oh, yeah.
the bow,
And the shield.
trident, and the shield. These 5 items are known as the Eternal Weapons, and they created
So maybe the
universe
shield
as we know
civilization is
it.
the one
But
in the
check this
middle.
out. Not only mind-blowing to know that there are 5 items out there that control our entire universe, but there are people with items just like them. I guess when people come into this world, they're born holding one of the 5 items. So me, for example, I am a natural-born sword, but people can be born with shields, axes, everything else.
I don't mean to interrupt, but how long is this gonna go on for?
Let's see, I haven't even gotten to the emotional reflection part yet, so I would say 30 more minutes.
Then
Yeah.
that is my sign to leave. Also, MinuteTech wants to talk to you in the Video Journal headquarters.
Wait, did you just say Video Journal headquarters?
So they're spying on
Okay, second thought,
everybody's.
my emotional reflection can wait. I hope you all can understand this decision, but if there's a Video Journal HQ, that requires my immediate attention. Signing off. Wait, I totally forgot about the message I got earlier. I guess I can spare a
Oh,
few
it
minutes.
was deleted. I knew it.
Deleted? I didn't delete this. Where'd it go? Okay, that's weird. Maybe my video journal machine's broken. If that's the case, they must have tech support at Video Journal HQ, right? I don't have an answer
must have
as to
tech
how
support.
my message got deleted. Just like I don't have an answer to what the Black Sword statue is in the PvP marketplace.
It's another
But
I
just
trust.
5 minutes ago, I learned the origins of our entire world. So I'm pretty hopeful that in due time, I'll find the answers to those unknowns.
The reason I decided to wait so long to do this one is because number one, it is a huge recording. But number two is because I wanted to do a part 2 soon after this one.
This must all be overwhelming for you, but give it time. Not too long ago, we were all just like you, slowly piecing together what we know about life.
I mean, before today, I thought there were just people with swords and people with shields. I kind of just wish someone would have been there to tell me all of this from the beginning. Why did I have to make it all the way down here to know all this?
Our world is complex, and flooding a newborn wooden sword's mind with all of that information would distract them from focusing on their own survival. But you seem to have been successful with handling the many truths of our world, as seen by your video journal logs.
His logs is a
You guys have been watching my video
dang.
journals.
Your strategy of breaking
He's
down
like the
new
only one who's
information,
ever
venting
done
your
video
thoughts to
journal
your journal
machines.
seems to have helped you come to terms with the realities of life.
I never thought about it that way. Can't say it was intentional, but, you know, I'll take a compliment where I can get one. Minitech showed me around the Video Journal HQ. There was a machine here that would allow you to watch the live feed of any user's video journal machine. There was also a machine that makes copies of every video journal entry that's ever made. As soon as someone records a video journal entry, for example, me a few minutes ago, the copy will show up directly into this video journal machine, available to take. And once those copies are made, I guess the Diamond Swords just throw them into these barrels. Oh man, who knows how long they've spent storing all of my video journals.
You're free to take any of these recorded journals and watch them back. That is, if you find value in rewatching your old journals, since you're the only one in here with a video journal machine.
Okay, I guess
Dang.
that confirms I'm the only one in here who doesn't think a video journal machine is a waste of... Wait, I'm not the only one with a video journal machine.
Yeah, Parrot.
had one of his own. Wait, if these are all the copies of every journal entry ever made, then the message
We're gonna get the lore drop. We're gonna get the lore drop. Let's go.
Sent between my last 2 video journal updates because I would have seen it before completing the Golden Sword level. Sure enough, I opened up the second to last recorded entry.
Come on.
and It was
Yes,
from
yes.
Parrot. Parrot's the one who sent me the message.
Come on, come
Well,
on.
I guess I got indirect tech support since I can now watch my deleted message. All right, Parrot, what do you got for me?
Evbo, I know you'll see this eventually.
This sounds like one of those like Roblox game voices. Like the quality.
I'm not a natural born sword.
Yes, we
I was
know.
born with a bow. I
A
know
bow,
much of this
okay.
won't make any sense to you since you have no concept of the outside, but there is a struggle for power in our world.
Okay.
Bows, axes, and tridents, all plotting against each other to achieve immortality. As of now,
Interesting.
all 3 of our civilizations farm the natural-born swords of this world to extend our lifespan.
Why just the
But
swords?
true immortality is what everyone is after, and that could be made possible by obtaining the Eternal Sword. The Eternal Sword is everyone's mission, along with wiping out the rest of the Diamond Swords. The last 4 living Diamond Swords have been hiding at the bottom, protecting the Eternal Sword. Before today, no one from the outside has found a way down to the Diamond Sword level. That was until you showed Tabby the way. I don't know
Dang.
what she is, but I do know what she's not, and that's your friend. You can choose not to believe anything I just said, but believe me when I say Tabby will be ready when she makes it down there. There are 2 types of people that come here from the outside civilizations. Those who are sent here as punishment, and those who willingly come here because they've been training for their entire
So he
lives
was
to
punished.
succeed. My
Okay.
guess is that she's the second type, which means that she'll have a plan for everything. She'll know where to be and when to be there. She'll know the perfect moment to make her move, which would be when she's found enough time away from you to operate unnoticed. She'll have a plan of attack and the resources to make sure she can win. The Diamond Swords will think they can stop her, and that's because they'll believe she lost all of her items when she dropped down to the Golden Sword level. But Tabby will win, because she
How
has
did she
something
not?
the
Oh,
natural
that's only
born
part of a
swords
sword,
don't
okay.
have. Knowledge. When she's retrieved the Eternal Sword, she'll make her escape, which was only made possible by using her greatest resource, your trust. I just want you to be
Dang.
prepared for
I
what's to
knew
come.
she was
Tabby
using him.
takes you out
I
with
knew
the
it.
Eternal Sword, you won't be coming back. Not even your armor stand in your room can change that. I know I have no reason to earn back your trust, but let me end this off with why I'm here. You know how I said that there were 2 types of people that came here? Well, I'm the first type. I was sent here as a punishment for speaking out against my own kind.
Dang.
I never believed in farming the swords for a longer life. And I wasn't going to sit by and watch an entire civilization be pushed to extinction. So, whether I have your trust or
That'll
not,
explain why there's only like 10
10
swords in the entire civilization.
The video journal machine shut off. And
Yeah,
I
that's
was left
crazy.
standing there with a
I
million
would go
different
block
thoughts
the
running
door
through my head.
personally.
I didn't even know where to begin. Parrot was asking me to suspend my belief in everything I thought I knew. And believing that Tabby, the one person who stuck by my side from the beginning, is a traitor is something I just can't do. I don't even know what to believe anymore. Parrot's been
Well, that was an
lying this
interesting
entire
lore
time
drop. That
about
actually
who
explains
he
a
is, so
lot
why should
about
I
this
trust him
world.
now? Tabby spared me. As a wooden sword, Tabby was the only one who cared enough to let me live. So fine. Parrot deceived me and made me think that he was actually someone who cared about me too. I can live with that mistake, but that doesn't give him the right to make me question everything Tabby and I have been through. She's my friend.
the door's
and I'm
open.
not gonna be convinced that she's not. The problem with hearing a lie is that you can do everything in your power to forget about it, but it will always occupy that small space in the back of your mind. And that tiny piece of the lie that's left will be just enough to make you start looking for ways to prove it's the truth. Which is why I'm standing here, wondering why the door to leave PvP Civilization is open. Tabby said we would leave together, so for the life of me, I can't understand why she would open this without telling me.
Probably because she's escaping.
Unless Parrot's right about everything.
Yep.
Go find Evvo. Make sure he's isolated.
Make sure he's
Where did she
isolated.
go?
She's
Quarantine him.
and she has the sword.
Why was only one of you guarding it? Are you people stupid?
Leave together. That's what we're doing, right? You said we would open this door and leave together.
Please be here, please be here, please be here. Evbo, time to close the journal. We need to... No. Are you serious? Why would he not be here? This is literally the only thing he cares about. Okay, no need to panic. He's probably just journaling at the house right now. What is this, stone sword level? Bro, he has so many. I don't even know which is which anymore. What? Why is there a shield in his bed? Okay, gonna ignore that. All right, this should be the one. Please just be here. Of course. The one time I need him to be journaling. This is bad. He's got to be looking for Tabby.
Yo, this guy's
Wait,
easily the best actor here. I'm not even gonna lie.
No. How did they get into Evbo's room? He's just waiting for him. He's not gonna let Evbo respawn.
Were you ever gonna tell me how you lied? Or were you just gonna, what, go back to wherever you're from, not say a word, and let me die? Probably the second one, right? I mean, that always was your style. You never did talk. I see you got a new sword, too. Care to explain?
Move.
I have to admit, I
Move.
was holding out hope that there would be an explanation. But now I know Parrot was right. It's like you flipped a switch, and the Tabby that I knew isn't even there anymore. It must be nice not having to feel any regret at all from turning on the people that actually care about you. I mean, this is easy for you. Tell me how you do it.
It's easy, because what I'm doing is for the greater good. What I'm doing will save lives.
For the greater good. As in, what, wiping out all of the natural-born swords?
He should have just
Or
eliminated her when I told him
durability?
to. He
I'm
should have
giving
just
you
done
one
it.
more chance to
He
move.
should have done it.
Think about how you want this.
Should have gotten rid of
Yeah,
her
I'm
like
sorry,
5
Tabby, but
episodes
I'm
ago.
not gonna do that because you're my friend, and if you want me to move, you're gonna have to prove that I don't mean anything to you. So why don't you just do it already? Do what you came here to do. If you truly believe all of the swords shouldn't be alive, you take me out with that sword. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, the
respawn.
storytelling's
So
kind
get
of
it over
crazy
with.
here. I wish we had
Show me I mean
cinematics.
nothing to you.
Can we put Evbo in charge of the... Why is he not fighting back? Can we put Evbo in... Oh, he's dead. Wait, that was with the... Oh, she killed him with the axe. Okay, so he'll come back. Oh, she's an axe. Okay. And she just dropped down into the nuclear wasteland. We do have some cinematics. We do have a few
Maybe I was
cinematics.
never Tabby's friend.
We have
I mean,
cinematics.
to
Let's
be fair,
go.
she did say we were not friends, but she had a choice. She could have gotten rid of me and never seen me again. So why am I still here? I don't think she's keeping me alive to use me for my power. She won already. I just have to think that some part of her wants to keep me alive because she cares. Oh, this next video journal is gonna be... What the...
Oh my gosh, the cinematics are... Why does Prince Sam have fingers? Why does Prince Sam actually have fingers? Ugh. Nope, that just ruined my entire immersion. It just ruined my entire immersion. Why does he have fingers? Yo, the cinematics are not the worst thing ever. Oh? Okay, low-key, can the whole series just be this from now on? This is way better. Animation could use a bit of work, but honestly, I don't think I've ever seen cinematics in his videos, so if this is his first time, it's pretty good. Ooh. GG's. I wonder which one he is, because he's obviously not a sword.
I'm not dying like this.
So he's either a bow. Oh, trident. Okay. That's kind of a waste, considering you cannot use your trident again. Okay, well now he has no trident.
Let's start this whole thing over. Maybe I'll call this, I don't know, the beginning of the PvP Journal Chapter 2. When I first started this journal, I didn't even know who I was. I didn't know what I was. But now I know who I am and why I'm here. I'm here because I was born as a sword in PvP Civilization. And in order for me to go out into the world, I had to prove I was strong enough to survive by becoming a diamond sword. That's what this whole place is for. To give wooden swords a chance to become stronger so they could endure the battles with the other civilizations. Seems simple enough to understand, but the problem is that almost everyone in here wasn't or isn't even
This is a pretty good
at all.
series.
Wooden swords that spawn into this world aren't making it to this place. And that's something I'll explain in a few minutes. But let's talk about what happened after I almost died for real.
Yes, I'm very, very
wasn't afraid
curious.
to hide the fact that he was a trident. If he is still alive, I'm not sure how, since the trident he threw is still stuck in my wall. But I don't know, maybe there's still more I need to know about our PvP universe. But after Prince Sam revealed his identity, more people started to follow suit. The guy who spoke the PvP language was apparently an Axe. Who knew? Once again, I'm still not familiar with the universal laws of PvP. I thought I would be able to use the Axe myself after winning the fight.
So there's
but
like...
all it did was just add durability to my sword. It took a couple
So,
times of
so there's
dying,
literally
coming back,
like
and
no
defeating all the
actual
people who
swords
were
here, they're
against
all
me at
just
the Iron Sword
traders.
level, but I can't say I didn't have some outside help. The last thing I heard from
There's a
Eric
bow,
was that
yeah.
he would try
There's
his
an
best
arrow.
to make a difference in this world. And from what I can tell, he was doing just that. But I wasn't ready to talk to him just yet. I still needed to piece together my feelings towards him. I did go talk to my guard friend, however, who, not surprisingly,
He's a
was
chill
found in my
guy.
pool. But talking with him
Chill
made
guy.
me realize I never questioned where the shields came from. And to my surprise, my friend didn't even know himself. To him, his life started in this place just like mine did, which means he's only just at the beginning of his self-discovery journey. Speaking of self-discovery, remember when I said I knew who I was? Well, there was a point in time when I thought I was the chosen one, but I've come to realize I was always just a guy in the right place at the right time. Apparently,
True.
there was another chosen one, and it was Foray. For
Oh,
reasons I won't
okay.
understand, he supposedly gave up the power that I have, and I only have the room with the armor stand because of that decision. Don't worry, I don't plan on giving up this power anytime soon.
Smart,
I still am very
smart.
confident with my ability to survive. But anyways, now that I'm a diamond sword, let's talk about where we go from here. Starting with my mistakes, did I know that the diamond swords were protecting one of the 5 eternal items? No, and none of them blame me for helping Tabby escape with it, as far as I'm concerned. But the fact remains that Tabby has it, with the intentions of trying to create immortality for herself.
So
or
is
her
the next part going to be him
civilization.
trying to find the
I don't
other
really know.
weapons in the other
Probably not good,
civilizations?
considering all
I
outside
assume so, right?
civilizations seem to be against the swords. Which brings me back to the point I made about wooden swords not making it here. Apparently, every
Wait, so I
nuclear
am
spawns at
right.
the center of our world
I knew.
and
Okay,
somehow
well,
makes
the
their
middle
way to
part's
their
not
own
for shields,
civilization,
but the
depending
other
on what
ones
their
are
weapon
shields.
is, which
But the rest of them
means
are
somewhere along
their
that
own
journey, the
civilization.
Natural-born swords are, well, if Parrot was right, they're being farmed for their durability, just like I was in here. How I made it here, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever know. But the bigger
got
question
lucky.
is why? Why are the swords the ones being farmed for longer lives? I framed that like I don't have an answer, but I do have some explanation, so don't worry. The story takes us to the statue in the PvP marketplace, the black sword that
The
I
lore
always
drop is
wondered
absolutely
about.
crazy.
At first, I thought it was a symbol of the eternal sword, but it wasn't. What it shows is the true power of being a natural-born sword, and that power is the ability to level up beyond a diamond sword into a sword of netherite, one with infinite durability. I know, right? Isn't that crazy? I could be immortal plus have infinite durability. I don't know how I get there, but whatever. Long story short, any natural-born sword has the ability to achieve immortality, which is why all the other civilizations are doing everything in their power to stop that from happening. A lot to take in this time. This has quite possibly been the most lore-dense journal update of all time.
Yeah, I
but
agree. I'm getting a lot of lore
Chapter
through
2
this.
right.
Please
Most
continue.
importantly, started off with all of us on the same page. Can't leave anyone behind. I don't know what life is like outside of these
Ooh.
walls. Parrot once said life in here could be a gift, and given the fact that
Is it a
it's
nuclear
from the
wasteland?
outside,
Show
I'm
me,
gonna assume
please.
the worst. But we can't stay
Yes,
here
it is a
anymore.
nuclear
Tabby's
wasteland.
out there with one of the
I mean,
most
it is
powerful
just
items
sand,
in
but
the
you know,
universe.
close enough.
She knows I'm alive, and I'll bet she knows I'm gonna come looking for her. What am I gonna do when I see her? I have no clue. I guess I'll figure it out when I get there. But until then, I'm gonna be the guy with the shopping addiction, the guy that talks too much, the guy who trusts people too much,
Fair
the guy
enough.
that isn't half bad at PvP, and the guy that believes there's more to this world than fighting to live longer. Ooh, that sounded pretty cool. All right.
Yeah.
Good way to end it. Signing off.
Well, that was an amazing 2.5 hours that I spent watching that. Do I think it's better than Parkour Civilization? I actually do. I feel like he's gotten better and better at this storytelling throughout these years that he's been doing this. I feel like he's peaking with this. I mean, he might do better in the next movie that I will be watching when it comes out, probably in the next few months, I assume. But yeah, good job, FBO. It was very good and very entertaining. But yeah, if you enjoyed, consider liking and subscribing. I'm on the road to 500 subs by the end of the year, and it would mean a lot to me if you subscribed. And consider checking out some of my other videos. They're also pretty decent if you like this one. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. Goodbye.